I was getting real. Like, yeah.
Here we go. We live. Hey, man. We got the collaboration going on today, y'all.
Yeah.
5100. What we know podcast.
We in this thing.
We in this thing.
Let's get it.
At some point, we all got to come together. No. Yeah. Everybody got opinions. Let's talk about it. Communication is key. Let's build around it. We do this for the people. The people founded it. Black love, stay strong, no way around it. We anti-genocide, we ride for the cause. Got love for our sisters, and love for our dogs. Respect the young and elderly, you all been invited to be inspired. Come together, better got violent. Gotta watch for the cops, gotta watch for the ops, gotta watch for the politicians that play with the eyes. If you know, then you know. Plant the seed and it grows. Welcome to the show. This is what we know. This is what we know. Yeah. This is what we know. This is what we know. This is what we know. Yeah. This is what we know.
What up, what up, what up, what up, what up?
What up, though?
What we know podcast, collaboration.
Yeah.
5100, CJ.
Memphis.
5100, Taz the Fire.
Yeah.
What's going on, fellas?
What's the deal?
What's poppin',
going
baby?
on, man? Going on.
Hey, what's happening, man?
We've been waiting on this.
Everybody sounding right? Everybody okay? Everybody all right?
Yes, sir.
Ready to go.
Ready to go. I'm
Ready
excited.
to get it, man.
Excited about this show.
Millennial show.
Yep.
Yes,
We're
sir.
gonna be talking about this shit, man, between us. What y'all? Everybody in this motherfucker right now is millennials, ain't y'all?
Yeah.
You by
Yep.
yourself right now.
Yeah.
We need some Z's up in here. Shit, if we can get us some goddamn baby boomers, we get y'all up in here too.
Right.
We got, hey, I'm trying to get it together, man. I'm excited for this shit, man. What's
Man.
going on?
Man,
What y'all
excited,
doing,
man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I know we supposed to be having some other gentlemen to come up on the panel.
Yeah, Big Mike's supposed to be coming through.
My man,
Hell
my
yeah.
man, Big Mike supposed to be coming through. I know Black Man Unfiltered, he's supposed to be coming through.
Yep.
We got a couple other people. Hopefully, we gonna have a great, not hopefully, man. We gonna have a great
Yeah,
conversation.
it's gonna
about this
happen.
shit right now, man.
Yep.
Absolutely,
I can
absolutely.
feel it.
Yeah, one thing I want to tell y'all real quick. I don't know, you heard us in the background, but I was saying how much I appreciate the show that you did earlier this week.
Yeah.
That led up to this show, right?
Yeah.
Because one thing that I learned that from watching that show, that we don't really have it's not really a gap. It's really an understanding.
Mhm.
And I felt like on that day, right? Like, even though we can still have some disagreements, the way they broke it down, you know what I'm saying, it made me have a better understanding.
Yeah.
The way you broke it down, you know what I'm saying, even gave me another understanding. So I feel like the problem is that we don't want to take the time to understand.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, friction, bro, like girls, like you know what I'm saying? Like, it's little kids, you know what I'm saying? Shit,
Yeah.
It's kids that could cooperate better than adults. Some kids out there that can't. So that show gave me like clarification, like, what's the mindset I should have coming in.
Yeah.
I don't want to be no disagreement. Like, not disagreement, but no, we're at the point where we arguing, disrespecting each other and shit like
Right.
that. You know,
It
what I'm
ain't got to
saying?
be like that.
And that's another problem I have with some OGs. Like, it get to a point where it's disrespectful. Like,
Yep.
and this is why we react how we react. You
Yep.
know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, that's I just want to tell y'all that, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah, before we even get into all of that, man, look, we this is simulcast, so I want you guys to let the people that's in our audience know exactly who y'all is and what y'all represent, man.
y'all know we gotta show love, man. 5100 gang, y'all gonna tap in too, man. You know,
Yes,
we
sir.
got this. We damn near got the same peoples though.
Facts.
Yeah,
Yeah, fact,
absolutely,
fact.
absolutely. Motherfuckers is like, what the fuck? They both going live at the same
Yeah.
time. It's the
Right.
same shit. You gonna get the
Hey.
same content tonight, baby.
Yeah.
Yes,
Man, we
sir.
got the same supporters. We both on iHeart now.
Yeah,
Yes,
no,
sir.
Yes, sir.
Come
Yes,
on,
sir.
now.
Shout out to
Come
y'all
on,
for
now.
that.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
Yeah. It's
Hey
lit.
man, hey, look, we trying to get it together,
You know what I'm
man.
saying? We
We trying
on-
to bridge this gap.
Yeah,
iHeart, Spotify. You know, we do the Anchor now too.
Anchor.
app,
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Hey.
yeah.
Mhm.
Hell yeah,
So,
man. So
Then we had your boy Black Man. He came right behind y'all yesterday. We had he had his podcast based off of just men in general. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? That the name of that was Man Was So Tired, man, and that was a deep
Man,
one.
that was
Yeah.
the best one I've ever seen over there, bro.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
was my
Yeah,
favorite. That was my favorite, bro.
It was out cold. It was out cold. But let's look and see what we got. I know in my chat right now, we already got some people that came in here. Black Man came in. He's still dealing with the kiddies
yeah.
right now. Charlie Washington. What up, though? What up, though? We got my man. Oh, damn, Poppy Blanco was up in here also.
Hell yeah, bro.
We got Jenny. I don't know. And now this is the thing.
I'm confused
because I'm not looking on my channel.
confused.
I'm not looking on my channel. So it depends on who they watching, and because they both all of the chats are gonna be
Together.
in one
Together.
place where we at.
Yeah,
So we gonna have some people going on
Hey.
yours and some people going on ours. The
Hey.
world class. What up, though? What?
Hey, shout out to Pete Blanco, bro. I gotta call him Pete Blanco. I ain't calling him.
Yeah, I ain't calling him, man.
but
I'm a grown ass man.
But
That's
guess,
like
but
calling
man, that nigga
delicious.
Instagram lit, nigga.
Hell yeah. Oh, he be out there.
That nigga be
We-
living life for me.
Hey.
we saw you the first time, world class. You ain't got to say it twice, bro. Yeah,
Hey, y'all for real like brothers, dog. Y'all motherfuckers be going back
Hell yeah.
and forth. This nigga, he be kicking you off, bringing you back. I said, boy, these fools is like, you think they were damn in the same damn house.
man, we do the
boy.
same shit. We come
I
out. So
excel. I excel. What's up, man? Salute back to you, brother.
I excel.
Most definitely.
I saw him cam up for the
Yeah.
first time today. Yeah,
Really?
he was on Black
Yeah.
Man morning call, and Black Man had a morning call. I'm telling you, the spirit worked through us last night, bro.
Yeah, it did, man. It did. I wanted to get on, man, but I was doing too much shit this
Yeah.
morning. I was like, damn, I wanted to get on
Yeah.
there, man. It's been working. No doubt.
For sure.
Dusasa, what's up now? I see her in here. Don't be coming here trolling
I'm
tonight. I
telling you,
already
it's
know gonna
serious
happen.
tonight.
Right.
She hit or miss, man. She hit
Yeah,
or
she-
miss.
She had her days.
Bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, B Rose, what's going on? Hey, we got the people coming in, man.
sir.
We got them coming
Yes,
in.
sir.
It's about to go
man.
down.
Let's
man.
go viral, man.
Most
Yeah.
definitely, man.
Yes,
Most
sir.
definitely. But go ahead, man. Y'all take it away, man. Let me know what you got on deck right now.
Well, man, look, this conversation needs to be had, bro. And the reason I decided to kick off that show last week is because I kind of wanted to get a feel for the space and maybe see if I can get some older guys to kind of tap in. That's how I linked in with Big Mike, Mandrea came through, you came through, JT. I just kind of wanted to get a feel for how this conversation would go because I didn't want to come on your channel. Me and Ted's talked about we ain't want to come on your channel with the bullshit. So I kind of gave it a test run. Like, let's see what guys really thinking and I titled it that way to kind of get to the Generation X's and the Boomers to see what they had to say about it. And I like the way it turned out, man. So we just here to have the conversation, bro. We really want to, connect. And if you don't mind later on, I got a clip from the podcast that we did with Charleston White, where he talked about how our generation is disconnected, and I kind of want to know what y'all thought about that too. We can handle that later, but I just
Yes,
want
sir.
to-
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Yes, sir. But what do you guys what you got on deck right now? What is it? Anything that y'all want to ask? Is it anything that you guys want to get on so we can just get this motherfucker popping right quick?
Well, I know one thing.
Relationships, whatever.
I know
Go
one
ahead.
thing, JT, I kind of wanted to bring. Number one, I'm supposed to have a younger brother come through. He got the link, so he's supposed to be coming soon. But I know that's one of the things that I kind of wanted to tackle and kind of wanted to go through. Like CJ said, bro, when he started that stream up earlier this week, it was one of them things, like you said, Rob. It was like, I think it's not necessarily the disconnect, it's having the conversation. And one thing I really loved about that one, bro, even when I got a chance to hop on, it never got disrespectful. Like it never got out of control. And like, bro, I done dealt with old heads just like y'all have. Sometimes them guys get out of pocket real quick, and it's like, bro, I don't want to learn from you. So I hope when this young brother come up, we be able to kind of impart some knowledge on him. He's 23 years old, so but he got a good head on his shoulders. So man, I'm looking forward to this one. Even with Big Mike and Black Man, this is gonna be a good one. And I really want people to have the conversation, because if we don't, man, we losing. We
Facts.
We burning the bridge between the generations, and we can fix that.
No doubt, no doubt. That's one of the things that I want to do is bridge the gaps. Also, that's why I wanted to kick it off with whatever it is, because we have a big difference. And this is the craziest thing. It's not so much as the millennials. It's getting worse because the millennials, you guys are getting older. So you're starting to get wiser. You're starting to calm down, all these different things.
Yeah.
It's the Z's.
Yes, sir.
Them the jitterbugs. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And it's funny. when I see the way that they think, I'm like, they don't even think like millennials do.
Mm.
They don't even think, because at least with millennials, y'all like to work. You don't work, you don't eat. You know what I'm saying? The whole concept of getting a bag wasn't just being a scammer.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't just, it was like, man, I got to get it the way I need to get it. And, I'm trying to be a better person. Now they ain't even trying to be better people.
Oh,
so
it's scary. It's scary, bro. I was
go ahead.
Let
me go ahead and bring this brother in right quick, man, so
Okay.
we can have this conversation. Big Mike, what's going on with you, player?
What's going on, fellas? How y'all doing?
yes,
What
sir.
up?
We're doing great, bro. Doing great, man.
Sorry I'm late, man.
My face.
Oh,
No, we just got started.
All right, cool.
My boy, you at the Fine Arts Studio, ain't it, my
I'm
boy?
telling
I'm
you.
telling
Beautiful
you.
back there,
Oh,
man.
Yeah, it looks
That's
nice.
no green screen action.
Yes, sir.
That
Yes,
joint
sir.
looking good.
Action.
I'm telling you.
But I was saying, there was I was at my Thanksgiving last year, and my little cousin came through. Now he's the youngest, but to get him to come on here is like pulling teeth, man. That man young and getting to the action, you know what I'm saying? But I had chopped it up with him. I was like, because he 15, 16. So I was like, so me being the older cousin, I'm like, nigga, you getting some ass out here, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to poke and prod him, see what he talking about, right? So he was basically like, nah. I said, so I'm asking him, like, what you want to do, when you get older? Like, what's your plan? Like, what do you see yourself doing? And his answer terrified me, bro. And this is just to the point y'all brought up. He said he want to scam.
Damn.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
I mean,
It's a big thing, bro.
That shit was normal when I was growing up.
It's a huge thing. And this is how I know over here in Detroit, most of these guys, they be in that scamming world, man. And this is like, they're real big on buying like Hellcats, and souped up Chargers and stuff like that. It's a big thing, big muscle cars and stuff like that. Well, y'all know how much them cars cost, man. And these dudes be 22, 23 years old out here, no license, sliding. And I'm like, what the hell? And it's just a different world right now, bro.
Facts.
And even when I looked at it, when I was like, damn, when we really went down to what the millennials were, you guys, it's like you ain't too far away from us,
right?
From where it starts to where it ends. And I have a daughter, she's at the end of that millennial thing. You know what I'm saying? So she's like, she was born in 96.
Yeah.
So she was right at the tail end of the millennial. But I got another daughter that's a Z. So she was right there. 2001, she was born. So, and they have different ways, even though they're sisters, they have different ways on how they look at life. Totally different ways.
Them Z's something else. I ain't gonna lie. Them Z's a different breed, bro.
Yeah. So, and we just got to find out how to bridge the gap, but we definitely got to start from at least the X's and the millennials, man, because the boomers, man, they senior citizens now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can sit back and tell them, you know, you did this when I was a kid. Sometimes if you ain't never addressed it to them, they're gonna be looking at you like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Right.
Yeah. So I was a good parent, or I was a good uncle.
It's a lot of that.
It's
a lot of that.
It's a lot of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So why y'all
A
think?
lot of excuses.
Go ahead, Rob.
No. Go ahead, bro.
No, I was gonna say, why do you feel that there is such a disconnect between the way millennials move and Generation Z move? Why do y'all think?
Well, I don't really think it's that much. We talking about Generation Z. I don't really feel like it's a big disconnect. Honestly, one thing I try to do is like really embrace like what they are.
My boy
doing.
had some chicken, didn't
Right, and breast. He's getting some chicken too.
I did have some chicken
over there, man.
I just want to shout a little something, but no, I think, you know, for me, I don't really feel like no disconnect. You think about it, we have, you know, Generation Z and us, you know, we pretty much like the same shit, same video games, pretty much the same music, you know. We might just move different, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, I really feel I'm disconnect. I like to just embrace what they're doing. You know, one thing I could say about this younger generation, man, they getting money.
Yeah,
getting money off of bullshit that we was doing as kids. Like
facts.
You know what I'm saying? And not saying trying to put money like just like, oh, just because they making money, not, you know, we shouldn't say nothing to them. But it's like, you know, hey, they are a step farther than I was, you know, in a way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they're not all bad.
You know, it's not all bad, but I think we need to start doing that. So when we do want to criticize them, they could be more comfortable to really listen.
Yeah.
And that's why I feel like it's the disconnect with millennials and Gen X. You know what I'm saying? Like, because like I said earlier, they don't want to take the time. What I said earlier, like they don't want to even take the time to understand some of them. Same with our generation. You know what I'm saying? My generation, don't even want to take the time to try to understand. So where, you know, they could both come together and just say, okay, you understand where I'm coming from, I understand where you come from. All right. These are the problems that I have. So, you know, so we could, like, we are trying to find at the end of the day, it's all about finding the solution. I don't give you could tell me I ain't shit, stupid. I don't give a fuck, nigga. What's the solution then, nigga? You know what I'm saying?
So go ahead, Ted, because you've been quiet.
So Rob, one of the things that you mentioned, I think you mentioned, was work, like jobs and stuff. And I know that's one of the biggest disconnects between what the generation above me. What's this? X, excuse me. The generation X and us. My father was told, you go get a job, you work that job, you take care of your family, you pass on. The way that we think is, look, we gonna stack money differently from the way you did. Without the manpower, we gonna use more of this. So I got an example. I got it at, man, I did a PowerPoint presentation for my family about the stock market. Because in 2020, I made a killing in the stock market. And I'm like, look, Pops, I don't want you to have to keep working at your job when you can make money doing this. Like, my Pops almost 70 and he still go to work every day. And I seen that example, and I'm like, hell no, like, bro, I'm not trying to do that. Like, I want to enjoy my life. Like, don't get me wrong. Man, appreciate Sir Hill for being in here. Don't get me wrong. I understand the sacrifice that you put in, but I want to pay my role differently from yours. So why do you believe, JT or Big Mike, why do you believe that it's always static between those two generations when it comes to money and the way we make it or work?
X and the millennials?
Yes.
I believe it's because we didn't really have any work for y'all. We didn't have anything for y'all. And to keep in mind, a millennial is my brother's age. So my little brother's a millennial. My child is a Generation Z. So, you know, I feel like the group right after us felt like we probably should have paved the way a little bit better for them. But they didn't realize that our parents didn't really pave the way better for us. like our parents were the first generation of job getters. You know what I'm saying? Our parents had jobs. A lot of our parents went to school, got good jobs. They bought us $100 shoes. You know what I mean? They bought us, $60 jeans and, $200 game systems. We were the first generation to experience that.
How much was the British Knights?
British Knights would run you about $65.
Okay.
Yeah. I was thinking about bringing them back over these Adidas.
Mandrea somewhere listening, goddamn it.
Smiling ear to ear.
Can I ask a question real quick? I want to when I was just saying I don't feel like there's no disconnection between Z and millennials, right? Because we pretty much enjoy the same things. You think the reason why is a disconnect with millennials and X because when most of Generation X when they was kids, they probably had a better connection with their parents because they pretty much they like the same things as well. But by the time at the X generation start having these millennial babies, the world was changing. You know what I'm saying? A lot. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to music, the style, the lingo, you know what I'm saying, the clothes, you know what I'm saying, how we move, you know what I'm saying, all that shit. So you think that, literally the generation as the generation changed, that's why it's a disconnect?
Yeah, I mean, everything is different. The world is different. So of course there was a disconnect between us and our generation, in our parents' generation. It was a disconnect between our parents and their parents' generation. I mean, that's just the natural flow of things, how it's supposed to go down. So I mean, as the world changes, technology changes, experiences change. And I think my buddy brought up the LeBron James versus the Michael Jordan argument.
That was me.
That's a point of contention, but that's one of those arguments that defines the difference between generations.
It's perfect.
It's that argument that defines and embodies that what we call contention. It's really not tension. I think that a lot of millennials, especially for those of us born at the tail end of Generation X, I'm considered a Zennial. So I was born in 1978. I was, Generation X goes to 1980. But I really didn't grow up in Generation X. I grew up in the millennial generation, the 80s and 90s. So they're close with us, I'll say. Especially, like I said, my little brother's a millennial. And we fight like cats and dogs. I think he's lazy. I don't think he knows shit. I don't think he's put enough time into doing what he needs to do and perfecting his craft. He's immature. It's really no reason he should like the same things that you like. Y'all shouldn't be able to draw a commonality between liking the same video games,
right?
But you got a lot of millennials that have just stretched their adolescence out through their 30s.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, and that's contentious because we still have a community that we have to worry about.
Yeah, where I would push back even on that point. I mean, how many niggas know an uncle that's still at grandmama's house? You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't even gonna say his name because he gonna get in his feelings and call my phone. But I got a cousin that, man, all he do is smoke, drink every day at my grandmama's house. My grandmama ain't even alive no more. He's still there. And that's definitely an extra. It's like a known thing. You know what I'm saying? Like I think, but let me ask y'all this though. I ain't trying to sow seeds, right, of dissension. What I'm trying to do is get an understanding. So do you think more of what our disconnect is like evolution as far as technology, sports and gaming, things of that? Do you think that's a big part of it or a small part of our fracas, our fray, our issues? What y'all think?
I think it's probably a part. I don't know if it's a big part because I just look at everything as being in, order. You know what I'm saying? So you got to remember what technology is what's in our brain, the human brain. That's basically all it is. At one point, a CD was the cutting edge of technology. You know what I'm saying? Telephone at one point was a cutting edge of technology. So when we looking at that whole thing of technology, it's not the technology itself, it's our use of the technology. And right now, the way the technology is, it's making life a whole lot easier than it was before.
Right.
But the problem is that a lot of us let it consume us. For instance, the telephone. It's not even called a telephone no more.
I was just going to say that's some old nigga shit right there.
Yeah, it's a cell phone now. It's some old nigga shit. So, and now you got where before you used to have to call somebody on a landline.
Right.
We didn't even call it a landline. It was just a fucking telephone.
House
phone. The phone.
Right.
You used to can use the, you used to can just tell somebody that I couldn't get with you because I wasn't at home.
Right. Yeah.
And then the cutting edge of technology then was the message, what they used to call it is voicemail now, but it was the answering service.
Yeah, the answer.
And we were still, we still had to do some things. About this, Big Mike. Sorry that you can't catch me. I'm not at home right now, but if you leave a name and number after the beat, I will get back with you.
Niggas was playing music in the background.
Yeah, music. Hey,
facts. We ain't that young.
I'm telling you.
I remember it was a tape that you had to rewind every day and record back over. It came with a small tape in it. Back the first answer machine.
All right, now
I'm
too young for that one. Yeah,
yeah.
Me too.
Actually, a tape you had to rewind.
Yeah, And then it was another. I had one where it was another tape that was there that recorded the messages. If you ever heard my man Biggie Smalls at the beginning, where he got his daughter saying, "All you hoes calling here for my daddy, Steph his dick," that was actually from a real answering service.
Right.
That was the tapes that was off of that real answering service. And you had the females calling him. All of that shit was real.
Yeah.
It was from answering service, from the tapes. You know what I'm saying? We got my man Marcus up in this piece. What's going on, player?
What's up? The Millennial Mexican is here. What up, family?
The best co-star in the game right here.
Yes, sir.
What up,
we got
people?
your boy Hinkalink up in here. What's going on, Hink?
Look, what's good, fellas? What's up?
And we also got the homeboy, the world class. What's going on, big baby?
Undefeated.
We got a full house.
We got Baltimore. Hey, world class, bro. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, man. Ravens, it could happen.
Shout out, Sir Hale.
Don't do that. Don't try to get this.
Y'all about to throw this whole conversation out with this.
Let's go Chiefs. We ain't got no time for all that.
Now the generations are about to come together on something.
Facts.
Right now.
Depending on who your team is.
Yes, sir.
Nigga, I used to have Pretty Ricky on the voicemail for the ladies. Nigga, pretty Ricky.
Shout out to
Hey man, listen, if they were to be able to set like what they were doing selling ringtones back then, imagine if they would be able to sell. Pretty Ricky probably would have been one of the ones right there. They'll probably be one of the ones because a lot of people use that one right there. I was still, I was on Zap, you know what I'm saying, Computer Love. I was still, using shit like I was still doing like Marvin Gaye and, all of the stuff that my parents was listening to. That's another thing that what you were saying as far as technology. One of the things that we did with our parents that you guys didn't do with y'all, that we shared mostly everything. We shared music. When hip hop came, our parents didn't understand it. They didn't understand none of it. They said it was a fad.
Yeah.
They said it wasn't gonna last. It wasn't real music. It was all these different things because you had kids that actually innovated it. You had the grown people that started it.
I was about to say, Pretty Ricky, man, changed the game with young niggas like me.
Yeah, but this is way before them. This is before, kind of like before me. When we shared, we shared the Marvin Gaye's, Stevie Wonder, Temptations. We shared all of that stuff.
Right.
Even the new stuff that was out, our parents were still young enough where we were sharing these things with them. Soon as hip hop came, it did kind of separate us from them when it came down to that, because they were saying that it wasn't going to do anything. Wasn't nobody trying to be a rapper and make $1 million. Wasn't nobody trying to, we were having fun with it. Break dancing, you know, we were, you know, doing stuff depending on where you was from. If you was from New York, man, it was a whole different ball game because they shared it with the rest of the world. Right. Then we took it and everybody else had made it their own. You dig? So, but then they end up seeing that it made money, and then it started making careers, and now they like, I think I like this rap stuff, but they only like the stuff that was like, you know, MC Hammer,
right,
Will Smith, you know, parents just don't understand. Right. They understood that. They didn't understand.
But then haven't we had that almost in every turn? Like when we came out of so-called slavery, did the gospel music, right? The old Negro spirituals and that thing, and then it turned into the gospel. Why is it that each generation, now we got sports, right? Now we got rap. Why is it that each generation that comes out really don't want to deal with the previous generation's music all of a sudden? Because when you go back in history, people had the same music. They had the same tribal music. They was in the classical music for centuries. We can't even go a decade. Because I'm an 80s baby. I can't stand the last 2 generations of rap, the last 2 decades of rap.
I think it's mostly in the black community, though. I think it's mostly in the black community because the way that we used music was based off of, you know, what was going around in the world. You got to remember, rap was about that. It was kind of like the news. If you was from the East Coast, the only way you knew about the West Coast is that you did hear, you know, people like NWA, Spice One, Too Short, people like that. So it was kind of like the news. It was just a different way on that it was used. Then it just got to the point where once we started getting comfortable and you started having people that was being millionaires and thousandaires, they started talking about a different type of lifestyle. So then it was still to the point where you had the adults. I really, and I'm gonna tell you the truth, I can't really pinpoint why it was a big problem between the generations. I know why it is now. I just don't know why it was then.
Can I step in a little bit real quick? I'll say this. Hip hop was a boomer thing. Like, you know, I was born into hip hop. Hip hop was here when I got here. So that was people that was like my mom's age. But a lot of us had this dynamic too, especially in the 70s, is we grew up with our parents. A lot of our parents were no more than teenagers when they had us. And so I think what we did as millennials, late generation X or Zennials, you know, we decided that we would wait until later to have our children. Like, I didn't have my son until I was 26, almost 27 years old. You know what I mean? My mom had me when she was 17, 18 years old. You know, my buddy's mom had him when she was 14. You know, my other buddy's mom had him when she was 15. We grew up with our parents. So a lot of the music, it kind of merged because of that dynamic as well. Once we put a little bit of space between generations, the shit y'all niggas talking about, I don't even know what y'all talking about. I'm gonna be honest. I don't understand what they're talking about in the music that my son listens to. It's not that I haven't tried to listen to it. I don't understand it. I don't want to listen to drug use. I'm not a proponent of drug use because I lived through the crack era. So I'm not getting ready to sit up and listen to music that promotes drug use. So yeah, I'm gonna have something to say about that. So, you know, perhaps I start looking uncool as a dad when I start leveling criticisms about some things that may take me back to a bad place in my growing up.
Yeah. Well, Big Mike, I know you. We kind of on the topic of music, and I even say this, bro. I grew up in a Christian household, and I still seen how music changed. Like, bro, my boy said, you came up where I came up, Negro spirituals, Canton spirituals, and I remember when Kirk Franklin hit. Bruh, the Christian community was on fire. We got to get him out of here. He too radical. He too wild. Stomp was hard. But the point was, it was. But the point is, we seen...
CJ was in there stomping.
Stomp!
Facts.
Let the people say.
Come on now. But yeah, man, I seen it myself. And you seen the difference of the generations where it was everybody got to follow the code, and you had this one rap, and he really wasn't radical, but his music to them was. And that's what the disconnect is too. Big Mike, you hit it dead on, because even with some of the Z's, like, bro, what I'm about to say gonna be crazy to the Z's. I don't know one NBA YoungBoy record, but to them, he's a god.
I told
Tupac,
y'all, bro. I told y'all, YoungBoy is Michael Jackson to the youngest, bro.
Yeah, bro.
CJ told me that. I'm like, Michael Jackson. Then I started looking, bro. These folks love
if he drop a video right now, in 1 hour, it's gonna be 500,000 views.
Really?
It might be more than that. They love that boy. I don't know.
Hey,
I don't know that one hook. Boy. I don't know nothing about that boy.
And then I say this too. There has been a war waged on us through music and media. We know that.
That's a fact.
So this has happened in the interim. So before, when music was used to uplift and do things, there's since been a war waged on us using music, and that happened in the early 90s.
Hank, you're kind of quiet, bro. What's going on, brother?
What up, though, Hank?
Hank just ate.
Hey man, what's happening? I'm just listening, baby. I'm just listening. You know,
we know you got solid input on this.
Yeah, what's your thing? What's the disconnect between?
Don't talk about Sir Mix-a-Lot either. You know, I like big butts and shit.
Nothing wrong with that. No, but man, I think once it went hardcore rap, I think that's when we lost our parents. You know what I'm saying? I think that's when you got into the 90s, early 90s, when you got NWA and you got 2 Live Crew. When you got to that hardcore rap, I think that's when they really lost them. Because like my man said, Mike said, our parents came up. Because what you talking about, the first rap album was about 75?
Curtis Blow? Yeah, early 70s. Yeah.
Before Curtis Blow, it was Grandmaster Flash. I mean, that was one of the old ones. Sugar Hill Gang was one of the old ones.
Yeah.
I mean, and those guys came up in the early 70s. And I know my dad and them, they was in their prime.
Yeah.
So they came up on rap. It's not that they didn't come up on it. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, once it went hardcore, I think that's when it lost them. You know, and that's when the crossover happened.
Yeah, it became weaponized.
Yeah. But like y'all said, man, any rap after 2010, I don't vibe with, man.
Me either, for the most part.
I don't vibe with it.
Yeah,
I'm not going to sit up and say none, because some of the stuff out here is dope. They got some artists out here that are different. Even some that are talking that bullshit that are different. They got nice beats. They got a nice style, stuff like that. But yeah, it's definitely weird, man. It's different, man. It's different.
It's one thing to have a couple hot artists, but it's another thing when most of the culture is garbage. Like the producers is fire. The producers are fire. They've increased, but it's just like, even like I said this before. We have some people that like the storytelling in rap. Other people like the technicality and the craft. I'm on that. But then even with me, I'm like, I don't want to hear you rap just to be putting a rhyme together. Like, I want to hear some content. These niggas, all the story they want to tell is that they the same nigga from the other 70 songs that you do drugs and you sell drugs and don't want nobody shoot you and you'll run up and shoot everybody. Nobody don't keep hearing that bullshit. And I think I'm more connected because like my older brother was 13 when I was born. So I was around a lot of old people. So I thought music from like the 70s was like the normal thing. Right. Like I thought that was like the standard music. And then like once our music went off at the end of the day with the oldies came on, like I was surrounded by older music. My mom would play Phyllis Hyman all day. And then we would listen to Whitney Houston and Michael Jackson. Like 90% of the music was R&B and oldies for me. You know what I'm saying? So
cleaning up on Sunday and Saturday and shit.
Right. They're not getting that. They're getting NBA YoungBoy and Soulja Boy.
And then everybody's hand is shaped like a goddamn gun now. And they point it at each other. Mm-hmm. You got to remember also our music that we shared. I'm talking about the X and the Boomers. Mm-hmm. The music that we shared with them, it had a whole lot to do with having a good time. A lot of when they say slow music, it was really slow social music. It was actually telling you exactly what a man was feeling at his time. Sometimes the man was trying to get with a woman that wasn't trying to get with him. Sometimes he got his heart broken. Sometimes he ended up, loving that woman. Sometimes he was cheating on that woman. It was always explaining what we were feeling at that time. And it actually promoted a lot of hypergamy. A lot of it. Chivalry was big in that type of music. It got to a point that when it started getting into the late 80s and the 90s, they still had that music, but it started going towards men being more boastful about how many women.
Like Ice Cube, how old is he? If you don't mind me asking.
Ice Cube was about 53.
Yeah.
Shotgun bullets is bad for your health. Real romantic. Real romantic.
No, so the thing was that we still had a big variety of music. If you listen to Ice Cube, this is the thing. Ice Cube got what they call canceled, right? When he started talking about militant shit.
Like fuck the police.
You listen to Gorillas in the Mist. You listen to the group that he had called Lynch Mob. They were talking about us actually taking our shit back.
Right.
They were talking about what was going on. The same shit that you got Kanye talking about right now. Cube was the one talking about it first.
Right.
P.E. was the ones talking about it first.
That whole America Most Wanted album was
the America Most Wanted. It was killing.
It was
out cold. He wasn't.
But he wasn't Muslim though. I mean, I guess semi-Muslim. I mean, I don't know. He was studying rumors. There was rumors what he was or didn't, but yeah.
The Anti-Defamation League had a big problem with him being with Farrakhan. I remember that.
Yeah. They had a big problem with conscious rap in the first place. But I'll say this about the difference, and you brought up a good point, JT. Is we had music that when you did your first slow dance with a girl, you were actually doing a slow dance about a song about love or a song about, they've taken the courtship out of your music, and we wonder why we're having problems getting married. There's no courtship in music. It's either gonna come beat this pussy up, or you know what I'm saying, you're gonna come ride.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact.
R&B now. We wake up in the morning. I'm here in Atlanta, man. We wake up in the morning to the Young Jock show on the radio, dude. You're hearing chicks talking about they got that pressure. You know what I'm saying? Eat the booty. It's all going on.
Big Mike. Like y'all, like the old generation would be like, I want to make your waterfall flow. Our generation, like, let's get that pussy wet. It's like straight to it. It's raw.
Right. And they've taken the courtship away from y'all.
Yeah.
You can't go slow dance with your first slow dance with a girl isn't gonna be to a Luther Vandross song. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be to these songs that are talking about real deal relationships, deep love, and these emotions that humans have to feel in order to be complete.
Yeah.
So that's another destructive part that you don't understand about the music. Here's trouble.
What the hell going on?
Oh shit!
This one
nobody told me this is going on.
Oh, how you get up here? Hey,
I'm that dude. That's why.
Should you be somewhere asleep on the show or something?
You know what? I don't sleep on live.
Right. The hell you didn't.
Nigga, please.
When?
You did last night.
That might hit that.
I don't remember this.
Man.
I have no memory of this. Hey, I told you earlier last night I was tired.
Hey, but on a serious note, man, when's the last time y'all been to a club and they played a slow jam though?
Yeah.
They don't play it anymore.
It's
no more
rare.
love songs.
It happens, but it's rare.
Yeah,
no one makes love songs anymore either.
It depends on where you go, man. Depends on where you go.
What new love song is coming out?
If you heard one that's at a private party or something, it's not like a legitimate regular club or joint like that. There's somebody throwing a party there and they request a couple of slow jam songs. Other than that, the average club ain't throwing no slow jam on, man. So
the club now is just a bunch of girls twerking and shit, don't want to be touched.
Yeah, I mean every song is
helping each other.
You know what I'm saying? By the second song, you tired. You like, man, I gotta take.
By the end of the first song, you're pregnant. That chick is pregnant.
Real funny.
I was told that in the club.
Shout out to Tez. Bye.
I haven't been to the club in I don't know how long, but I was told that in the clubs now they playing regular songs and they giving money to chicks for them dance.
I
That's
hope
what I
Yeah.
was told.
Damn.
I don't
I just
understand
ready to go
that.
to the strip club. Fuck all that.
Like
So,
a regular
look,
club. That's
the
crazy.
club, even the way it's set up now, is not set up to be social. If you go to a nightclub, if you look at how it's set up, you're gonna spend about $50 before you even get in the door. Once you get in there, you still, if you want to sit down, if you want to be comfortable, you're gonna have to pay $50 to $150 just to get you a spot. It's gonna cost even more to get you a VIP in a fucking club.
Yeah.
So it's not even set up in the bar. If you ever see where the bar is set up, it's right there when you first walk in. You can see it. It's in the middle. The DJ used to be in the middle. The DJ is hidden. The music is too fucking loud, and the bass is too goddamn low. It fucks with your chakras.
Hey, Jay,
The way the clubs were supposed to be was for people to be social with each other.
Somebody tell Noob to
It was
close his
supposed to
mouth.
be- It's the way that it was supposed to be social. It was supposed to be where when you see a woman sitting down, if you single,
Hey,
you go ask her to dance, she's going to oblige that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's how people, you know, they from vibrations, this is how we get a chance to just celebrate, even if you're just celebrating the weekend. People used to live for the weekend, bro. And when guys used to go out, man, we used to dress so we can impress
Speaking
women.
of dress,
When women used to go out, they dress so they can impress men. Now it ain't none of that shit.
can I speak on dress? Because y'all
Yes, sir.
real hard on these niggas wearing these tight jeans and weird pants. But can somebody explain Prince to me?
Here's the thing: Prince is a fucking weirdo
Hey,
and
no.
suspect. Now,
oh, Lord.
They finna get mad now.
Prince
No,
did not
man.
have his ass
Yeah.
out. You didn't have to see Prince's dirty fucking boxer briefs in the back of his
He
ass.
had assless chaps.
Dude,
one time.
but what I'm
Mike,
telling you is that
hey,
was a
Mike.
concert for performance.
Hey, Mike, they don't even wear
all right, delicious
wear
ass.
basketball shorts.
Hey,
Every one of them wear basketball shorts
look.
that actually wearing underwear.
Yeah.
Come on, y'all. Come on,
Hey,
y'all.
that
man.
never happened.
I can tell you the
Damn
difference
right.
between that Prince and what
You
y'all
damn
got
right.
going on. Prince never
World
had
class,
Yeah,
you
but
fool.
you got
average
people
man.
You can pull up the
jeans right
Eisner
now.
brothers. They had blouses on. The
No,
Eisner
listen,
brothers
Them
they
niggas had
blouses.
suits
World
as
class. He
onesies.
said,
Yeah,
yeah.
I bet you
never-
got a pair of basketball
Delicious
shorts under
ass.
your jeans right now, don't you? That's how y'all roll.
But it ain't never been a man that
That's 'cause we
seen
used to
Prince and
hoop.
said, I'm about to go get that shit he got. That we understood that Prince was a motherfucking, he was a unicorn. Every man, I'm gonna tell you, I done seen some of the hardest motherfucking dudes.
Y'all
When
crown
that
these
music
niggas.
play,
Come on, JT.
We
JT,
did what?
listen.
Y'all crown
Hold
them.
on.
we always said that he was weird. Every man will tell you the nigga is weird, but he was a genius, a musical genius. That's all that shit was.
Yeah,
You ain't
ain't no-
never seen a bunch of fucking men wearing chapless
But
ass
wait.
out pants.
But yeah, but the thing
that's
is,
an extreme case. But let's just stop.
yeah. But y'all niggas go to jail and go to
70s
jail, second pants,
the 70s
advertising
happened.
ass, and come out here doing the same thing.
But
And
the
claim you're not
70s
gay.
happened. The 70s happened.
Exactly.
and
It happened.
You couldn't tell the difference between the man pants and the girl pants, whether it was corduroys or not, because y'all had
Talking about the
tight,
high waters?
it was real tight around the thighs and the bell bottoms. Y'all look like the same person.
No,
So, all right. Yeah,
Yeah, but
Starsky and Hutch.
the world class. Think about
The
it.
afro, the
Everybody
girl
wore.
had afro.
Everybody
And
wore.
then y'all
It
would have
don't
fluffed
matter.
like the
It don't
ruffle.
matter if he'll take.
It happened.
It don't matter. It
Every-
don't
but
matter.
Y'all were
everybody
bumping the
wore
Bee
them
Gees
in
back
that
then,
era.
staying
Young
alive.
Thug can take your girl too. Like
Nobody-
he's
It was just like a certain group of dudes who wore them. Every group wore them. They all
Yeah.
wore
That's
the
what I'm
same
saying.
outfit.
Staying
it's just-
alive.
With these young dudes now, there's no way I'd be caught with them skinny ass nut hanger pants.
Oh,
on.
so
You
the
ain't
pants
gonna
didn't
get a
listen.
whole group of us out there like that. You're gonna get all them young guys wearing that
Here we
shit.
go. Here we go. Here we
And
go.
y'all straight. And y'all
As a
straight.
man,
Y'all like
I've
the girls.
never
Yeah, I like
worn
it
skinny
anyway.
jeans, and I never will.
It's
I
not.
was a-
It's not the.
Hey, CJ, I was a Michael Jackson fan, and back in those days, either you like Michael Jackson or you like Prince. You very rarely find somebody who like both of them. So
Right.
I
What you
was a
saying, Big
Michael
Mike?
Jackson
That's true.
I like
The
both.
girls like both.
I like
The girls-
both of them, but I'll say this: it's
That
not.
explains it.
It's not the tightness of the pants that's the problem.
Yes, it is.
It's
That's
really
definitely the
not.
problem.
It's really when you can see your goddamn thighs where they separate.
What about seeing your ass?
Stop at the thigh meat.
Right.
That's
You could see Prince's ass. Like, what are we
You know
talking about?
You know we can pull up Soul Train, right?
You know how many young niggas?
Oh hell no! What we know? What you send me the link for? What the hell is this?
Marcus, hold on. Do you know how many young dudes' asses I've seen today in Atlanta? I can't.
Right.
It was straight ass though. It ain't like the top. It was his whole cheeks was in this. I can't
But you
even
talk
say
about
this shit
Prince.
wrong.
You don't. But this is the thing.
What's
You're
that?
not
That was
talking
one
about a
outfit.
bunch of men
That was one
following
outfit
Prince.
talking about.
Y'all got a bunch of men following one motherfucker.
We
You
really
talking
don't
about
though.
dude.
You really
Really
don't.
don't.
We really
Hold
don't.
on. If I may interject, y'all got a bunch of dudes following gays, and y'all cleaned out straight.
Whoa.
So
It's
my
young
thing
ones.
is this.
Oh, time out,
It's
time out, time
Generation
out.
Z at
Easy,
best.
easy on
No,
that.
that's y'all. It's
Nah.
a fact. What do you mean easy on
Who
what?
is
It's
y'all?
a fact.
Who is
I'm
y'all?
an 80s baby. We was almost
put a
the only.
date on
What?
it.
80
We
what?
was
Put a
almost
date
the
on it.
only masculine fucking
No
generation.
bullshit. Generation.
Out of
X
every-
is masculine.
So look,
Mandrell, I own Wrangler jeans. I still got a pair or two in the closet
Well,
somewhere.
you're a Mexican.
Oh,
You don't
So
count.
you're
Hold on,
supposed to have cowboy
hold
pants
on,
on.
everybody.
Hold on,
You're supposed to have cowboy pants on. You're a Mexican.
Hold
Hold
up. So let's put it back in perspective
Racist.
because
trying
I
to
do
give you
want
some
to. I do want to.
perspective.
It's okay.
Andrea.
Listen, I'm trying. Let's get it this way. When it came down to the dress, man, it was some weird ass shit. I ain't gonna even lie. If you look at Soul Train, it was some weird ass shit. However, see, you guys get a chance to see it from that point. You got to still see that was still TV. When you seen it in everyday life, people didn't dress like that in everyday life. Y'all dress like that. The same shit you wear where you go play basketball at is the same place you will wear that shit in a fucking club nowadays. They don't even know how to dress up. Let's keep it a buck.
It ain't about we know how to dress
No,
up.
listen, you
Times
gotta-
have changed.
Bro, you gotta listen.
We know
to
how
me.
to style shit. That's
Listen,
the difference.
Absolutely not.
You gotta listen
So
to me.
JT, hold on though, JT, if I may say
One
something.
mic, y'all.
You ain't know
One
how to
mic.
style. You ain't know how to work that.
Wait,
shit,
JT.
bro.
You
You gotta
gotta-
wear that shit.
No, hold on.
It's a difference.
Listen to me. You got to remember, you wasn't there. I'm just trying to give perspective of it.
Okay.
You wasn't there.
Okay.
I'm here, nigga. We see what's happening. It's a big difference. So what I'm
DJ.
saying is this: when you talking about how we have styles and all these different things, I get it. It was when I look at this shit, I be like, damn, nigga. I mean, that's just what it was. But let's talk about the mindset. The fucking
Y'all think
mindset.
it's okay.
There's no difference
Shut up, man.
in a woman and in a man when it comes down to the mindset.
Yep.
All the way to the dress. We never, this is the craziest thing. We never allowed that whole pussyfoot ass shit in our circles. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Them transformers, the motherfucking posers, all those fuck ass motherfuckers that's out here sitting back talking about, I got this motherfucker now. I tricked his ass. Now he gay because he didn't know that I was a woman.
I'm gonna have to ask you relax.
Hold on, wait a
I'm gonna have to
minute.
ask-
What's my?
No, go ahead. I want to hear word class.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to ask you relax because y'all generation of women got outlandish in the first 10, if not 15 homosexuals that I've seen in my life came through by some female in my family doing her hair in a salon. Like we always was forced to be around that crazy stuff. And where it was cool to have a little gay friend, especially coming out of the 80s.
Damn.
So that wasn't really our fault.
Okay.
I'm not talking about fault. I'm just giving it. Look, things start from somewhere, right?
Yeah, y'all want to give me the solo screen?
So
No.
I could give it to
Shit.
you. Hold on, because I want to hear. I want to hear my man.
Damn.
That's
you
Ronald Osley
got-
in the front.
No,
That's
it's me. CJ.
Hold on, that's Tez right
Ted
there.
the
Hold
Five.
on, let me-
Taz,
It's
the
the sweet
Ted.
picture. It's the sweet.
Damn, where
picture.
the fuck you went? Right here, bro. Oh,
Right next to Tez, you blind.
Yeah,
you
with
got
all
four eyes
them
and still
girls.
see.
With all them girls, flat sister girls.
Right.
all right. So
What the hell?
hold on,
Man,
hold
come
on,
man.
bro. Hold on.
Niggas got high heels on.
Relax, bro.
What
Relax.
you talking about?
If y'all know, most there's only 2 people in this picture that's still living,
Wait a
right?
minute, this nigga got that shit tied.
Relax, bro. Relax. This motherfucker has always been called out. We've always called him out. This Ronald and this guy right here is the only brothers that's left. Everybody else has died. That guy right there still dresses the same fucking way.
Yeah.
He's 70, about almost 80 years old, playing that motherfucking guitar or whatever. Again, these are goddamn stars. These motherfuckers, these are what we call rock stars.
Right.
Of course, we call it out ourselves. We was calling it out then.
Hey man, hey, look.
And then hold on.
We was calling that shit out again. I can't listen what I can't do.
Y'all
I can't
see the
sit
still
back
keep
and-
calling that out.
I can't explain that shit away. All I can tell you is that motherfuckers were being called out
Yeah.
too.
Hey, JT, let me ask Rob and World Class.
Y'all saying it's a mentality though, right?
Hold on,
That's
hold
the
on,
difference. Now I was just asking the question real quick.
No,
Is it the mentality?
It's definitely a mentality.
It's
definitely a mentality. I'll say this. I'm not trying to be rude to the younger generations, but y'all are way more accepting of things than we were. But like I said,
That's true.
One thing that all those gentlemen were doing, it don't matter how tight the clothes were. You did not see one of them niggas' asses. And that's the problem, man.
I don't want to see a nigga cleavage either.
That's offensive. That's offensive. Hold on. That's offensive to old women. That's offensive to younger women. Don't nobody want to see your ass. Nobody wants to see your drawers.
No.
Nobody wants to see that, bro. Like if you got your pants up around your waist where they supposed to be, niggas tripping up trying to run from the police. Y'all the most crime committing ass niggas with your pants sagging, tripping up and getting caught by the police because your pants falling down. All we're saying is it's a proper way to wear clothes that's not offensive. And plus that's some prison slave butt broken shit that y'all
They was dressing like their mamas.
Yeah, I got a question to Noble and Rob up there.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Rob, you first. Rob, how many suits do you own?
Probably like one or two.
Noble?
I do all of them away.
Okay.
Do not tell us.
See, there you go. Testify. You're a church-going man, so I expect a decent amount from you.
Zero.
Rob said he only has one suit. He wears it to a funeral, and that's it. Now, Tez, how many suits do you own?
Zero.
What's the point?
CJ, I'm afraid to ask.
He got you.
I say this. I got like dress shirts and
I asked you about a suit, motherfucker, not a bunch of dress shirts.
He trying to trap you. Don't even just
How many
say
suits
nothing.
do you own?
Hey man.
It's a good play, man, Dre.
Okay, none.
I'm not a high value. I'm not a high value man.
I got you.
yet.
Hank, you own any suits, brother?
Yes, I do.
How many you own?
I got 5.
There we go. Big Mike drop. What you got?
I got 3.
Yeah. Boy, you see the difference?
How many you got, mother?
All right, I got
2 and Big Mike got 3.
I got 5.
Y'all niggas
I already knew JT.
I got 5.
I got a question.
I'm telling y'all, he actually got a really good point.
All right, I got a question. How many of y'all suits is tailored?
Mine, all of them.
All mine
Every
are.
single one.
All mine are.
Every single
one.
one.
Man,
I'm
you
sorry,
got that on my page.
All mine.
I have to get a
Every single one.
Every
tailored?
suit I got.
Yeah, that's why I
all
thought.
of them
That's why I thought mine's way they not tailored.
I can't
Well, then go get them tailored.
No, they was wrong size and everything.
Oh, that's
'Cause
what the tailor's for.
I like y'all niggas. I know how to lose weight, so I lost weight.
Excuses.
Man, I ain't got no
You ain't got no
Explain-
suit. You ain't got
y'all
no
explain-
suits, nigga.
I ain't gotta
y'all
wear a suit.
explain
I dress
mentality,
how I
though?
want.
Hold on, bro.
Yeah, what's
Can
the
y'all
suits got to do with this?
Can you explain the mentality y'all talking about?
Oh,
Like the difference. I'm talking about in the dress, just strictly the dress. What's the difference in the mentality and what you're wearing? I feel like you're wearing some sweet shit is sweet, regardless of what you.
I ain't wearing no sweet shit.
I don't care if you can tell me the Pythagorean theorem, nigga. If you got some sweet pants on, you got some sweet pants on.
If all pair of pants ain't inviting a nigga to your ass.
There we go.
Unless you talking about Prince.
But how many? I don't. But that's like a small few though. Like I don't.
32 you little niggas I seen today with dreads and they ass out.
Like I'm not denying you on it. Like
I'm
it's
just saying,
stupid. It is stupid.
Prince head. I don't see Prince.
You can
But
really
it
tie
ain't
that
it
style.
ain't really feminine though. It's just
That
disgusting.
shit is fucking homosexual
That
as
shit
fuck.
disgusting.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
not
yeah.
feminine
Yeah,
though.
No, but you.
No, it's definitely
What's the age
feminine,
range
bro.
when they
It is
stop doing
day.
it? When did they
All
stop
of
doing
that-
it? What age they had to be before they stopped doing it?
All of
They
that
need- they
stuff
need to
that
stop
you're talking about,
immediately.
you can bring that down to one person, and that's Lil Wayne. Before
No, this
Lil Wayne blew up from Hot Boys, niggas wasn't doing that like that. It wasn't a thing like that. Like
Yeah, it
when you
was.
look through rap, no, it wasn't. No, if you look at NWA, all the gangster rappers, they didn't wear. Jay-Z and them ain't wear his pants off his ass and all that. All them people that you claim created gangster rap didn't have their pants off their ass. That one little trash
I have
ass,
a different perspective on that.
that one little trash ass little boy named Lil Wayne is what created this drug culture, being on drug culture, that this tattoos on the face, like all this stupid. It's just one person.
Oh, you talking
It's
about his
like
image.
Prince.
You talking about his
I fuck
image.
with you on that, world class.
Everything about him is garbage. It's just that one trash dude. Outside of that's where it came from. His blowing up, it just came from him. Even 50 Cent ain't wear his pants off his ass. It's just the one dude. From New Orleans.
We got another person up in here, man. My man, Rudy. What's going on, Big Man?
What's happening?
Rudy.
All right, man.
Rudy.
So, hey, man, let's get some damn order in this goddamn house because this shit went all over the place, man. Because I want to have the conversation so we can have understanding of one another first and foremost, man. And you know, we could go back and talk about all the bullshit
we got to
each other's So I really want to get some real conversation going right now. Rob, take it off, man. Take it away, and then I'll come back.
Yeah, so you know we got so shout out to Rudy and my boy JBJ just came in the building.
Shout out JBJ.
What up, though, my boy? So let me ask both of y'all this because we was talking about the disconnect. What do you guys think the disconnect between millennials, Generation X, and Z? Start with you, Rudy.
Oh, the big disconnect, the older generation to me, personally, in my head, a lot of them stuck in their ways. They think that their generation was the best generation there ever was to walk the earth.
Not mine.
So when the new generation comes with things, it's like, all right, this is stupid. Like, nope, well, that ain't how we did it back in my day. Don't make sense.
No, it's
Like
just y'all shit just stupid. That's
Bro,
all
eat your
to it.
damn snacks and let that man finish.
You see what I'm saying?
No, yeah, man,
like,
Joe, go finish eating your nuts.
Drink your little Capri Sun, young man, and calm down.
Eat your little snack pack of nuts.
This is what we talking about. You little young bastards ain't got no goddamn respect.
You ain't goddamn.
You ain't got no respect. You just
You're the size of a child.
And don't get me wrong.
That's it right there.
You just had to kill a mosquito.
He's a man-sized child. What the
How
fuck?
the fuck did you guess that? God damn. Good guess. I'll
He
tell you
just-
that.
he just
Go
proved it
ahead.
right there.
Go ahead,
Good
Rudy.
guess.
Go ahead, Rudy.
How the fuck you
It's
know
always
that?
a Alaskan.
I'm
It's always a Alaskan guy trying to interrupt a Alaskan guy. Same typical stuff.
Happens, man. Cold game, man.
Because y'all niggas insignificant.
Yeah.
See,
Go ahead, Rudy. I got
don't
him.
have no real conversation with this guy.
No,
Going to the bottom.
it's
Right.
like I said, is the older generation they stuck in their ways. They think that their generation had the best everything, and all the new things are stupid. And that's why we're gonna always butt heads with the older generation, no matter what it is.
Yeah, because y'all dumb.
Because
Man, drill. God damn.
What make us dumb? What make us dumb?
You make horrible decisions.
What's
And you
horrible
don't li-
decision? Because
and
I
you
really
don't
want to
listen to
learn.
shit.
What's the
Guys,
horrible
we got a
decision?
guest in the building, man. Come on now.
Right. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Not you,
Yeah.
motherfucker.
One
I
man with
appreciate that, Tez. Bye.
I muted him. He
So-
gonna mute it, but I muted
So
him.
like one of the big connects with me and my dad, for one. Great relationship, but he feels like I need a 9-to-5 401k. I need to make sure I know that I got a paycheck coming every Friday. You know, it's get you a job. Get you a job. Get you a job. All right, entrepreneurship, yeah, okay, I heard that, but me and get jobs. Because this is the only way to make money. Like, I know it's the internet out there, and you can make money off letting slime just fall in front of a screen and putting it on YouTube.
Facts.
Or telling some little kid, hey, this box here is the best thing going. If you open it up, something pops out. Tell your parents to buy it. This kid is making $100 million a year. But because I'm an old head, I ain't worried about the internet. But UPS,
Yeah, the value.
yeah, me and get our hands dirty.
Get a hand, yeah. Hands dirty, all this stupid ass.
Yeah, and it's like a lot in sports. Sports is gonna always be a battle with Jordan and whoever come next. It don't matter who it is. Jordan, you can say Jordan was the most selfish ball player in the world. You can say Jordan. It don't matter. But Jordan
He's still the best.
Exactly. You can say, man, Jordan was not an all-around ball player.
You out your goddamn mind.
You see what I'm saying? And now
because you are.
That shows multiple people are passing Jordan. LeBron.
No, they're not. No, they're not. LeBron is nowhere near Jordan. Stop.
I'm not okay. That's
we ain't about to talk about Jordan, dog.
No.
We ain't about to talk about Jordan.
No one has surpassed Jordan yet. If Kobe couldn't do it, none of the rest of you sucked them sorry motherfuckers.
Oh my God, can you not?
I'm not. I mean, that's about it to always go on.
That's my case.
Yep.
And if you
actually proved this point.
If you put LeBron and say LeBron is this, and he done did everything past Jordan, one thing they're gonna say is he got more rings.
So which is a team accomplishment.
Exactly.
And he ain't even the one that got the most rings.
What, Bill? Well, LeBron stacked his team way more times, though. LeBron stacked his team way more.
Let's not do this.
Let's do this. Yeah, right. Let's not do this.
They got more than LeBron.
Yeah, right. Yeah, JBJ.
Andrew, you proving this point right there.
And this is what I'm saying.
Not. See, you're too stupid to understand. You're too stupid to come
But let us explain what make us stupid. Let us learn.
Statistical analysis and things like that.
So tell us what's stupid, because we here to learn what the solution. Like
the thing is, I'll tell you this. Here's my honest assessment. Without me playing around and joking, I'll be serious for a minute. There are very few people that I see that I've met who are 35 and below, who are prepared for either this world today or what's to come. One of them's on this panel. Okay, I'm actually impressed with this person. But the rest of you, I don't know where this lack of knowledge comes from. It's just like you just don't know anything. And so when I talk to them, Rob, I've been trying to figure that out. I could blame the parents, so I can blame the fathers not being in the home, or the mothers the way she raised them, not giving them a proper attention, not focusing on the right things. Maybe it's a lack of motivation with the younger generations, not only your generations, but the ones coming up behind y'all. I have no clue where this lack of knowledge come from, but there's shit that y'all supposed to know at 25 that people don't know. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing at 30. There's certain things at 30 y'all supposed to know, but you don't know. And I'm just like, do you not want to know? And that's the part that gets me, is that they know that they don't know, and they're comfortable being ignorant. That's the part that drives you out the wall.
No,
and I'm just like,
that's
what?
every generation though.
But Mandrea,
people in y'all generation just as stupid.
Hold on for a minute, y'all. Let me say this. Hey, Poppy, check your IG, bro. Check your IG.
Hey man,
JBJ
young niggas want to teach us.
There you go.
Young niggas want to come in the game and teach us something, and that's so disrespectful.
And we never did. In my generation, we never did that. We shut the fuck up and listen.
What did you teach your father?
We taught our parents about technology. We taught our parents how to use technology. That's the only thing we could teach them. Other than that, they taught us everything. The only thing we could teach them was how to use some new technology. We couldn't teach them anything. They taught us. So young dudes come in trying to teach us. That's just mad disrespectful. That's why we don't really fuck with y'all. We'll keep.
Can I say something real quick, Rob?
What are we trying to teach? That is a problem.
Can I say, or Jay? Rob,
hold on, wait, y'all didn't let JBJ get in there. He
against. Okay.
JBJ, he just sitting there looking. Where your 8-ball at? I know he got that 8-ball right there on his side. There it is, right there. That's an old nigga. That's an old nigga right there.
You got a brother sitting there drinking 8-ball for no fucking reason.
JBJ is a goddamn. I'm gonna tell you right now, JBJ, he a baby boomer. He got 8-ball.
He drink like an old man.
Go ahead, bro.
What you got, bro?
It John tripped me out. It seemed like it's like a battle of the ages and stuff. I'll get the old head some props on this. Like some of the stuff that these young kids out here doing, like I don't know what the fuck. I don't understand the sagging your pants. I don't understand wearing skinny jeans. I don't understand feminizing yourself as much as it is. But that really comes down from one simple problem. And I know the old heads gonna get mad at me about this. Either y'all niggas weren't around for the kids, either the mother kept y'all away from the kids, but them kids grew up. A lot of these kids right now are growing up without no fucking leadership, and that's why this shit's gone downhill. Every generation where this shit gets worse and worse and worse, that's a lack of the men before them doing their goddamn job.
Yeah. And we changing it. We want to change it.
But I feel, you know, I feel all the arguments.
Y'all got to have kids first.
I got it.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, we got kids.
Once y'all have kids, that's where y'all change it. Y'all can't change the generation before you.
Oh hell no! It's not about trying to. It's not about trying to change them. Like that's the whole point. We can't go back and make an old dog learn new tricks. I think that goes without being said. But I'm saying these kids need fathers around. And I'm not. Look, I understand all the circumstances because I talk about a lot of that shit over on my side. But the reason that these kids are the way they are is because men have been pussified. The generation that came before us didn't put their foot down to stop the bullshit. And now we're kind of dealing with it, like me and Rob in this space at our age and shit, talking about this stuff, trying to fix it. But it's gonna come after we have kids. The kids that we have are gonna be the ones that have changed the shit. So I agree with that too.
Y'all support the show if you in the chat, man. Make sure y'all support What We Know podcast, man.
Can I add a perspective real quick?
Let me say. Well, go ahead, Marcus.
Well, I was just gonna add a perspective to Big Mike. Like, for example. My parents, especially my dad, he wasn't born in this country. He immigrated to this country with a low level of education, and he didn't really know how to really do even some of the math level. He was limited to. He couldn't really speak English. And then my mother, she got out of high school in Mexico. Even though she was born in the States, she grew up in Mexico as well. So when they both came over to the country, and I'm obviously second generation Mexican here in American, I had to teach them how to read, how to write English, how to do math, how to help them with their bills and accounting. And so there was other things I had to teach them besides the technology as growing up and stuff. And so that's just like something that like I noticed maybe some people, whatever part of the world you're coming from, and there's even people here that struggle on that as well. And so sometimes the parents go to the kids and they ask them for help on something. So that's just a perspective to have.
I get that. And I'm not saying that I can't learn anything from a young person.
Right.
How you come off. Like when we were young, we would never go up against dudes in the older generation and act like we're supposed to be equal with them. We would never do that. We would never roll off in no spot with no old heads talking about what they did wrong and how they need to do this and that for us and all of that. No, you have to humble yourself when you're in the presence of people that are older than you. It's about an ultimate. It's a foundational respect for those who are older than you. Hey, they made mistakes. They went through something different than you did. You can't take today's mind. I'm a historian. You cannot take your today's mind and read history and apply history to today's mind because you're gonna misconstrue shit. You see what I'm saying?
Well, Big Mike, are you saying they should be? Big Mike, are you saying they should be respected for their age?
You goddamn right. The Bible says
that's where the conversation. That's where the conversation will go off the rails. This is what needs to be understood on both ends. Like if on both ends, it's the same ratio. To not find a person in the 70s, to find a person born in the 70s, 60s, and back that isn't garbage with bullshit information is very rare. To find somebody born in the 80s and 90s that isn't garbage is very rare. Following on what Big Mike just said. I've watched people do what you just said, and they're on heroin today. Like we talk a lot, both ends, but we're all losers. We're not good. We can beat our chest, my generation, but on our watch and on y'all watch before a game became our watch, y'all watched 24,114,000 children be murdered on your watch. So it's a lot of this happening, but it's not enough fucking results for us to have so much pride. We're failures. We're all a bunch of pussy ass niggas. Everybody that's born today. So cut the bullshit on both ends. Because we don't have the results.
No, that's a fact.
You're so proud.
That's a fact. But I would like the younger generation to step in and take part in that.
We already doing that. We already doing that.
I need everybody to take.
Let him explain. Let him explain.
Part of that. I need everybody to step in and take part of that.
What does that look like?
What do you mean? What does it look like? It looks like coming to the damn forefront and taking some accountability and not talking about what some old nigga didn't do for you.
Okay, I think you can
that's what I'm saying. Y'all come in like, man, y'all should have did this and y'all didn't do this. That's the first thing out y'all mouth is what somebody else.
Because it's a fact. Like, but I don't use it. I don't use it as a reason not to move forward and get better. Yeah. But when okay, look, so this way y'all old heads
that don't know you.
And you doing this, but
what's the old nigga that don't know you supposed to do for you, CJ?
The whole point of the old man thing coming up was the simple fact it was a response to what y'all said about the young generation. Right, it wasn't that we came out the gate swinging and saying, man, these old heads. No, it was a response to like, I don't know why these kids are like that because y'all old heads didn't get them in line.
You expect us to accept the disrespect. Like,
it's not the old days. I'm not respecting no man just because he's older than me. I respect the man that shows results and has success. I'm not respecting the bum just because he's 83 years old. I respect you when you show me something to respect. And if you give me something to respect, you get it.
But that's a problem right there, JJ.
That's why a lot of y'all can't keep the bag for longer than 33.
I don't know about that.
I didn't say that. I don't agree with him there.
Look at the niggas that's getting the bag that's getting knocked off left and right. Because y'all ain't got no respect for older people.
That's them young heads. That one seem like some little kids.
But those are the younger heads younger than us, though.
I'm trying to explain it. I'm trying to explain to y'all one thing.
Go ahead, Workclass.
This is red vibes lipstick. Red lipstick vibes. She just the other day had the same shit go on right on her channel with the women. This shit that we having right now, this is a female conversation and a female beef. They started this stupid shit. They don't have no respect for that. They're the ones who, these are chicks in modern day time who say they not as weak as their ancestors and their grandmothers. We don't say shit like that.
Right.
We know our generation don't got no Deion Sanders. Cannot stretch, get up and run a 4-2. We already know y'all. We don't got no Will Chamberlain. We already know we not as talented and not as athletic as y'all because we don't work as much as y'all do. We don't. We don't.
You said the young people don't have that?
No, you don't.
Oh, y'all, you
don't know what. Stop it.
Let's bring it back and listen to what he's saying and just stop. Just take what he's saying first, bro.
Right.
Then we can break that down.
Just listen. It's not even a question. It's just stuff you have to understand. If you look at Floyd, he's much more technical. He can't fuck with a Sugar Ray Leonard. He can't. He don't have the athleticism. So we don't have that, and we don't have that as a standard in our culture to amongst males to go. The older generation was weak. I'm not weak like the older generation. They got that bullshit. The females have that. They think they're smart enough in their mind, they're better than the older women that didn't have to work all day like they have to. They work fucking 60 hours, 40 to 60 hours more than the older generation to just not retire and to have less money and freedom. They have that bullshit ass beef. We don't have that shit. We don't have any reason to compete with the older generation. The only people that do is them with the bullshit feminism.
That's why.
Hey, look, my only pushback. Can I get some pushback on that?
Go ahead.
I know you don't want to devolve into sports and stuff. You did a Sugar Ray Floyd Mayweather comparison.
Two different.
And I'm talking athleticism.
The level. Okay, athleticism. Boxing is not even a sport that you would even do a comparison of athleticism anyways. That's a skill. That's a skill.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, the reason that I say that is
let's just not go down the sports hole.
No. I'm gonna just do this. He said something about a 4-3 when it came to Barry Sanders. The athletes are faster, stronger, more athletic, and they have higher durability now. A lot of the old heads didn't have the technology to help them out. So if you want to say they had to go through a more grueling path, yes, I give it to you. But with technology, these kids are light years ahead. You got kids in elementary school that play on the varsity team.
I got
they
you,
didn't
Jay.
have that shit back then.
Jay, and it's because of that grind. What we're trying to say is because of that grind, it formed our mindset. Going through that grind is supposed to get in taking the easier way with the technology. You don't learn as much.
It kind of made people more lazy.
You don't learn as much or as fast as going through that grind.
I want to keep it on track.
Real quick.
Let's
say something real quick. They get all that. They bigger, stronger, faster, but you can't get them to not drive 150 miles down the damn a regular city road and kill somebody and fuck their career up.
That's an exception to the rule.
Hold on, let me ask you. Fine. I'm not trying to get into the weeds because I agree with Noble. Hold on,
y'all.
I'm not trying to get down into the weeds because I agree with Noble. We getting feminine out this bitch. Let's relax. I want to pose this question.
Speak for yourself.
Because I don't care, nigga. It's a collective, you oompa loompa looking ass nigga. But look,
I'm better than you niggas. I ain't like that.
That's fine, whatever. So look, the question I have is, you talk about the grunt work, having to grab transmissions with your bare hands, having to do stuff a tough, physical, hard way to go. Great. That made you strong, handy men. Do you think because you had a rougher path and we had more of a digital path, or a way of us being able to do things easier, do you think that makes your generation better? That's the question.
Yes.
Why?
A short answer.
Because y'all don't know how to do it.
The world doesn't do it anymore.
We know how to build apps.
The world doesn't do a lot of the things of old times anymore.
Listen, hold on, bro.
It's supposed to be easy for
Hold
the
on.
next generation.
One mic.
They don't supposed to be hard.
Hold on.
Hey, transmissions are always gonna go bad. Tires are always gonna go flat. They're always gonna do that.
Yeah, and we know how to fix them.
Okay.
No, but watch. Now watch this. Now watch this.
Smarter way.
It builds. The thing is,
nobody else knows how to fix them. You may know how to change them, but you don't know how to fix them.
Struggle, but listen. Struggle builds.
Hank, I gotta take you to my tire shop.
Hold on, y'all. Hey, can y'all hold on, bro? Can y'all stop with the bullshit, bro? Like, fuck your little dumbass jokes. Let's get to the conversation. God
Struggle builds. It builds character.
Yeah.
So what happens is that where we having a big miscommunication is it goes to what World Class was just saying. A lot of this shit is a bunch of women talking points.
It is.
There's not my generation. We didn't have to go and get on here and talk about what our parents didn't do for us. It didn't happen with us that way. We went out and we changed it. We tried to change it. And the problem is that we still understood that there was still a problem, and the problem was still getting worse. This is the reason why you got brothers like myself, you got brothers like Big Mike is out here, and you got Rudy. We are sitting back telling you guys that, listen, y'all got to be a little more vigilant on what's happening to y'all. It ain't just because your daddy wasn't there. It wasn't just because of that. It was because of a whole lot of other things. But now you got to do just like what we did. You do got to tough up, man up, learn, and adapt to what's happening to you so you can become a better person, period.
All right. So let me get in here. So this one of the things that, just like CJ said, this always been one of my biggest things too. Okay, you right. Y'all had to do it. Y'all had to figure it out, the transmission, whatever. That's cool. So why is it different if I learn it from YouTube and do it, technology, and you learn from your uncle to do it? What's the difference? If the job is still getting done, why does it matter if I learn from YouTube instead of you? What's the difference here?
The job ain't getting done. That's why you got women that's sitting back.
Long as you can do it for your mama, you good. It don't matter where you learned it from. Long as you can actually apply that and make that into something tangible to help somebody else, you've done what you need to do. Don't matter where you learned it from.
I would pose this question then on the same principle. But okay, we might not be as good as building a 700 R4 transmission, right? We might not be good at doing that, but we're building apps that's controlling your TV, controlling your living room lights. Like, you can say it. Does it not matter? Because it's a fucking multi-billion-dollar industry.
What the young people are doing, what the young people are doing are we are adjusting to the time. Times are changing. We're adjusting to the time. Now we're building a transmission or getting a transmission fixed. You all in the older generation could do it. You all sit, y'all tear that joint apart, y'all put it back together, and that's like 6 hours out of your day. We don't want to lose 6 hours out of our day. We find a better way to do it because we're adapting to our time. We're realizing that time, you can't get that back. Time is precious. So we want to use our time as much as we can. Like we want to effectively. There we go. We want to use our time effectively. If I can get somebody to do this for me, I have the money to do it. This gives me more time to be with my kids. to teach my son something, to mentor this needed kid that's retarded, or one of these young cats that
Can't say that word, bro.
I'm sorry, forgive me. One of these young cats that don't got good guidance. Cause me growing up in the hood, of course I had my dad. He worked all day long. All day long. I'm in the hood. I got the old heads with the 40s kicking the knowledge, which is a whole bunch of bullshit. So I'm learning a whole bunch of bullshit. And if I wasn't a smart guy, I would be out there doing the dumb stuff that these old heads were telling me.
No, you're supposed to be, brother. This is the thing. This is the thing. You're supposed to build off of the knowledge that you get. Just like, so what JVJ was saying was that pretty much, and I'm paraphrasing, that his respect has to be earned. Why not have respect just off the rip? Why is it not ingrained?
Now I will say it's not one of those.
But
my respect has to be earned.
Watch me now.
Like I give everybody respect. My respect, you have to lose my respect. Yeah. That's how I am.
Right,
like
you lose it.
I would come to any old head and I would listen to them. But when they start talking that dumb stuff, I'm smart enough to know, this is why you still where you at. You're going nowhere.
Well, no, it's not about. See, the thing is that when you look at them that way in a judgment type of way, it still impedes what you need to get out of what they're saying. When you have somebody that's he can be a drunk, he could be a bum or whatever it is, and you're having a conversation with him, you should just be having a conversation with no judgment.
But no judgment. Let me clarify something.
You take out the meat. Hold on. You eat the meat, and you spit out the motherfucking bones.
Yes,
that's my whole thing. It's not when we talk about generational. You got to still understand it should be a transference, right? And no matter where a person is in their life, only thing that you have to do is you have to look at where they're at in their life. You don't judge them based off of where they're at in their life because you ain't got no control over that. If you're having a conversation, you keep the conversation right between y'all. Yeah. Whatever the bullshit they talking, you should be able to decipher what's bullshit and what's real. That's the whole thing.
How long do you listen?
But when you talking about hold on. But when you're talking about goddamn generational, let me ask y'all a question. Is it better or is it worse? Family-wise and monetarily?
Worse.
It's worse.
But I would also say family ain't too far off because our mamas didn't have that shit either.
But that's
can I clarify something real quick when it came to the respect thing?
Hold on, JVJ. I think I know you was about to say because I don't think JVJ is saying that they have to earn the respect. What he's saying is that a lot of time it come off disrespect from the old heads, and when it come off disrespect, that's when we lose the respect.
You get what you give.
You know what I'm saying? And I got a little pushback about how it's harder for us. Not harder for us. When you said we don't know do certain things, simple things, right? Okay, you're right. I don't disagree with you on that. But whose fault is it?
Y'all.
Because but you think about generation.
You can go on YouTube and learn how to do any damn thing else.
Wait. You think about generation, right? You have to generate.
You just said you can go on YouTube and learn whatever you want to learn. If you don't know it, it's your fault.
You know what he just said, right?
I'm trying. Hold on. But your generation didn't teach most of us.
Go on YouTube.
How about that?
Go on YouTube.
I agree with what hold on. But like see this is where y'all old heads be killing me. Cause you acting like that old head not being there didn't matter. Yeah, we can learn it.
I act like my dad was there.
Yes.
The old head wasn't there for me either. I'm Generation X. I'm the first generation of niggas who was like latchkey children. We had to let ourselves in the house, bro. We didn't have daddies. You understand that? We have
to explain ourselves because, like I said, a lot of this shit it come off as disrespect.
No, I'm not being disrespectful.
Niggas will call us stupid. We don't know how to do this.
No, he's not talking about you, Big Mike. He's not talking about you, Big Mike. He's talking about when they talk.
I'm talking about you, Big Mike. I'm just
talking about when they talk.
Y'all the exception, bro. We gotta remember this. We are the exception, bro. We not look, we're not attacking each other, bro.
Thanks.
Like, we just want to have the conversation. So I want to know. Like I told CJ and Tez, I want to learn. I want to be able to understand. That's our biggest disconnect because we're not willing to understand. We don't even want to take the time to understand. Like you said, like world class, we sound like women.
And Rob, here's ultimately what's going on.
It's one of those things. I ain't saying now. I just said about Ben Chiller.
Go ahead, bro.
I know what my man Rudy Rube said, talking about his dad said. That's the folk. A lot of these cats, young cats, not even thinking about investing because y'all feel like y'all don't want to lose that out of y'all little bitty checks that y'all getting every week. So that's a problem right there. Sometimes you have a OG trying to say, hey man, y'all might want to start investing. Pay yourself. That's what an OG told me. Oh, white man. It wasn't even a black dude. It was a white dude taught me how to invest. So, I mean, it shouldn't matter. We shouldn't even worry about what color the OG is where we get the knowledge from, as long as we get it. An old white man told me how to invest and pay myself. I wasn't even thinking about that. I wasn't nowhere near thinking about it. Some of y'all are just now getting off your parents' insurance.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So now, all of a sudden, you taking another hit in your check because they rather go without insurance because they don't want to lose that little extra $60 every week out of your check. Then you don't want to invest because you don't want to lose that another $60-something every week. So now you out $120, and then you look at your check, it's not as big, but you're investing. See, a lot of these old heads, they invest. We talk about what things they not trying to learn these new things. One new thing ain't never gonna change. Making right investments in what you invest in. Now, there's more opportunity to invest in different things now, and that's cool. Are some of these old heads was slow to the internet? Yeah, it was. I wasn't one of those because when I came through, we had computers in our school.
Let me ask a question, Hank. Let me ask a question. For all the brothers that's 35 and under, how many black men, I'm talking about black men, how many black men had the conversation with you about 401k, health savings account, and stacking your money? How many of y'all had a conversation with an older black man tell you that? Raise your hand if you wouldn't mind.
35 and under?
Yeah.
35 and under.
The conversation about business, not the 401k part, but saving in business, yeah.
So only one person. That was my pops. Look, man.
Did you not hear what I said though, CJ? I said the old white man taught me.
No, I get you. I'm talking about.
It wasn't my daddy. It wasn't my uncle. It wasn't nobody black in my family would even talk to me about that.
See,
because they didn't know about it.
Every time we try to address, and it's not an excuse because I got all those things. I figured it out. But my point is, y'all didn't say it. And y'all keep wanting
a lot of us didn't have it.
All right, bro.
A lot of older people, 401k is something that's what the last 25 years.
That same argument can be used by the younger generation. And then you'll say that they don't know nothing.
My pops didn't tell me about it.
Hey man,
I'm saying like the same stuff is being passed on throughout the generations.
Look,
but he go, what is an OG, man? Like he go, at what age do you become an OG? Like, cause what age are we talking about? Because I'm 32 and I've been through all the bullshit, military, all that crap, different combat tours. So what is an old head? What age are y'all talking about?
Gee, I'm older than you. I'm 35.
So, yeah, so would you be an OG for me?
40 and older? Maybe.
That's what I would say. I would say the same.
OGs are the next generation up from wherever you are.
All right, so we doing it by decades then. We do it like every 10 years.
That is the easiest way to do it.
You're really an OG.
Every 10 years. All right. Well, here, check it, man. A dude that's when it came to the respect thing, like, dude, everybody gets common, decent respect as a human being. I'm gonna give a woman that I don't know the same respect I'll give a man that I don't know, same with a child. But when it comes to you trying to show me something, you trying to teach me something, I'm gonna look at your results. The base off of how I should move. Here you go. I know some people shaking their head, but here you go. Let's say you grinded your ass off as a young kid and made $1 million. But you got a guy that was born into a family, had $1 million and lost it all. You think I would take his advice?
Would you take Young Thug's advice?
Hell no.
I mean, he made $1 million.
But
no, that's completely different. That's completely different. That's completely different.
Let me say, JBJ, let me say this. You should take advice. You know why? Because he could probably tell you how to lose it and how not to do it again. How not to make that same damn mistake. You can learn something from anybody. Even a loser can teach you something.
A loser. Oh yeah, a broken clock is right.
Go into. So
yeah, a broken clock. Yeah, I got you. I got you on that. A broken clock can be right twice a day.
Yeah.
And I feel you. I can listen to it. I'm not saying that I won't listen to the advice, but actually take the advice and implement it in my life. I'm probably not going to implement some shit. Like, dumb people tell me shit every day. I had dumb people tell me some smart shit. And I'll be like, okay, man, that's pretty cool. Okay, I got you. Like, park your car over here, man. They like to come around here and put tickets on your shit around this time. I'm going to listen to this motherfucker, even though he living on the side with a trash bag right here beside him. I got you on that. I can do that. But we all have to have critical thinking skills when it comes to who we're talking to and what the subject actually is. And that's what I'm coming to. I'm not going to ultimately just give somebody respect in a conversation about something that they clearly don't know what the fuck they're talking about, even though they're an older head. Age doesn't just grant you things.
Hey,
I give it. I got you got wisdom and shit. I get it. You live.
CJ, we talked about this. CJ. A lot of indictments come on older dudes as far as not being good mentors. But but younger dudes, you have an obligation to be a good mentee as well. And so, like you said, you'll sit up and let a dude waste his advice on you that you're not going to take because you made a judgment on him. Yep. He might as well not give you the fucking advice. He might as well not give you the advice.
Look, you just trying to make me come back from saying I'm not going to take his advice. Now you saying, well, you listening to it, but you ain't going to take it. Like, which one do you want, man? Do you want me to listen to him or you don't want me to listen to him?
And I can tell you what, I'll tell you this.
People that can't mentor you in the direction you want to go.
If you show me that you are, like, if Bill Gates walked in my house right now and told me what I needed to do, I'm going to sit down and fucking listen. If Jay-Z came and tried to tell me something, I'm going to listen to him. Know why? Because I can see the results that they have. But if I see a dude sitting on the side of the corner at the gas station talking about, hey, Fred, don't put that 93 in there, put that 87. I'm not listening to you, dude. Who the fuck are you?
And y'all listen to millionaires.
You just don't ultimately get that respect. You don't get that.
I disagree with that.
Hold on. Millionaires lead y'all to death every day.
Every day.
We did the same thing with your generation. There's no difference.
Like what he's saying, JBJ. Like he's saying, JBJ. Like I'm telling you where they went wrong because you're labeling knowledge and wisdom.
I don't know why world class says y'all. We've been quiet.
Everybody.
I'm not trying to put it to a money number. I'm just saying that I'm not trying to put it to a money number, CJ. I'm just saying that was just an example.
But I'm saying you don't have to do that. You can just say if I want to know something about a car and I'm talking to a mechanic or an old guy that you had a lot of cars in his time, I'm gonna listen to him.
Yeah,
I'm definitely. So it don't have to be I know you're not saying it, but it's how it's coming off. So I'm just trying to make. That's why Mike pushed back instantly. I would have done this. I would have done the same thing.
You remember I said off of results, like your results. If I see you got results, and I just threw the money in there, I shouldn't have threw the money in there. I got you.
I mean, I'm not going to talk to nobody that doesn't have results. I'm not seeking mentorship from somebody who doesn't have something I want from them.
Yeah.
And if that's the case, then we shouldn't be talking no damn.
We all agree then. I think we all agree.
None of us should be talking.
I think we'll all agree if we try not to push our agenda.
Everybody, hold on.
I want to hear what world class has to say on this one.
Just for a second. Everybody on this panel has either been in the military or played sports, yes?
Yes.
Absolutely.
I did both.
Both over here.
Some of us have done both. Do we know the binding? I haven't been in the military, but I know it's one word that makes both of those things possible, and that's communication, yes?
Yes. Most important thing on the planet. Well, one of them.
So if we played on a team and we've done something like as serious as the military, and we know communication is key, and we know the communication between the generations has been interrupted. It's a good chance somebody did that on purpose, yes?
Yeah. It's all about the same.
Yeah,
when I had this conversation with OG J Speed, that's why I got frustrated with him. It's like a high-level intel thing. I know he understands how the opposition works, and I was frustrated listening to one sentence he said. It frustrated me because we're in the intel business in terms of the generation. He's a little older, and he's who I learned it from, and that's why I told him I learned it from you. What'll stop the stupid shit that we do, that we've done in this live, and that we do in real life, is let's do the same thing that we know we would have to do if all of us was physically in a room and somebody kicked the fucking door in with guns and we had guns, we would work and shoot at just that target first, right? And then how we would fight with each other would help us bring each other together. Same thing we did in football practice. Same thing we did at basketball practice. Because we know we got a main goal. We're not good enough to talk with each other and be on the same team right now. I think the only thing that's going to help us be good enough is realize we're not good enough to be good enough right now. Maybe for the next 50 to 100 years. So pick a target and start identifying when an enemy has done whatever it's done to keep us like this. There are things that took place. I said it. I gave us an out, but we will still wanted to do stupid shit. We having tick for tat, little nick and nat, what women do to try to pick out what the other generation did. That obviously is the only way we've been fussing. We've watched females do it, and that's what we've been doing back and forth in this conversation. All of us. So that tells you that there's an infiltration there. The communication has been specifically and precisely put into our heads for us to fight each other. Focus on the enemy, focus on the target. In 2022, we shouldn't be falling for Trojan horse bullshit conversations. Find a target, hit the target. Cut the stupid shit. I'm talking about fucking dumb shit that don't mean anything. Find a target, hit your target. Run your motherfucking mouth when you get a target and you hit your target and you don't miss. So what's the target in communication? What are we missing? Gentlemen.
Like I said, impressive.
The target was to line up the targets. Young niggas just want to get old niggas in the building so they can tell us what we didn't do.
That's precisely the opposite of what I just said.
He went right back to it. Look, that was really.
But this is what I'm saying. We can't. What I'm saying, Mike, is it doesn't matter if you're right. It doesn't matter if you're right. What matters is let's pick a target outside of this room and hit that target.
Hey, look, man.
We've already done it.
What I'm saying is nobody has any targets outside of this room.
Yeah, we got a shit ton of them, man. A lot of people on this panel has platforms. Like my platform is getting black men and black women back together. So I call out the bullshit within our society. That's my target. That's the one I'm hitting. Anybody else got some?
Hey, man, the purpose of
would allow older generation to look at me and say, all right, would allow older generation, the older generation of even y'all elders, even the dudes is in their 80s, they look at him and go, he's one of them, is they watch how I fight. Yeah. And do how I fight, they go, yeah, he one of us. Not how I dress, not what music I listen to. Oh yeah, that boy right there is one of us. The way he fight. The way you got up after you got knocked your ass knocked, you one of us. Yeah, come see me after. That's how. I don't know no other way. I don't have no other story other than they watch me fight. They watch me come early. They watch me stay late. I don't have that work ethic. Even the ones that don't do it, I don't know how to work like they do. I don't. But I know when we got a common goal, I can see him. I'm like, I need to be like him. That's why I have the respect because I watched him fight. It's not going to be like everything else. Because this shit right here is extremely important conversation. Because like y'all know I was supposed to be doing a live, right? It fell out, but I was going to do one. This is too important to miss. And I'm not going to sit by and let it get away. We're not going to come to an understanding. All we can do is pick a target.
Yeah.
That's it. To me, and world class, I'll say this.
Thank you, world class.
And I appreciate it. And bro, that's one of the things that it's so important that we had this conversation, bro, because I ain't gonna lie. I always felt that disconnect from my pops. And like you said, what happens is we not able to talk to each other because I don't know. Maybe it is a seed of resentment that I have. And I don't know if that's from him. I don't know if it been put in me. I don't know what it is, but it's there. But I was always taught it's not my job to reach up to you. You supposed to reach down to me. If I'm the child, if I'm the ignorant one, you supposed to teach. Now, I'm not blaming my father because at the end of the day, I still got to have the results. My family can't say, well, his dad didn't teach him how. No, bro. This kingdom stands and falls on my decisions. So I got to hold it. But I will say this. If I had more direction instead of more, you don't know how to do nothing, shut up, get out of my face, maybe I could have advanced that a little bit better than I did to where I'm at now. That's my ultimate point as a millennial, going to the generation above me. That's my spiel on it.
I got a question, and this is for the panel, man. And we're gonna start from Andrell, and then we're gonna move around the room. What is it that you right now think that you can do better than what you've been doing when it comes down to mending the generation gap?
What I could do better? Admittedly, reaching out to more. Admittedly, I could reach out to more people. I tend to handpick people, observe their behavior, observe their conduct, and I test them. Their knowledge, their ability to use critical thinking, um, deductive reasoning, logic, their knowledge, and then I pick somebody to mentor that person. And that comes from experience. Like people who aren't at a certain level by a certain age, they tend to not pay attention and not be interested. And I've seen too many people like that. And so that's what made me start being more selective about who I try to mentor to. But I guess I shouldn't have given up on it. I mean, I don't know.
Absolutely. My man Marcus, same question, brother. You there, Marcus?
You know Marcus will be going to go get some
I'm here,
chips
bro.
and
What's
stuff.
up, man? My bad. I had to came back.
What is it
What's
that
good,
you
bro?
think? I don't know. Did you get the question?
No, I was choppy. My bad.
What
The
is it that
service.
you can do, man, that you haven't done that you can do now to better mend the gap between the generations?
I think just have the willpower to just I think just more like maybe like more of a reciprocation in between, able to listen and understand. Like I do that part. I listen. I sit down and listen. I shut the hell for the most part. I mute up. But we might joke around here and there, but if we are having something serious to build a foundation on, sometimes the thing that's lacking is maybe the source of making the proper steps to move forward. Uh, a lot of times we want to focus on the base root of the problem and stay on talking about the problem. But when it comes to the action, that's where I feel like I see a lack of action. I see a lack of, or like, well, let's build it. Like what's the saying? If you build it, they will come. And I think that's what maybe is missing sometimes. So it's, I mean, like I've done things where maybe, hey, I've talked to people in need, people that were drug addicts, homeless. I've gone to the shelters and volunteered. I've fed them. I've talked with them, sat down with their stories, kind of like that other YouTube channel, Soft White Underbelly. See where they came from. I've talked to vets before that are homeless in the street. My sister, I'll give you a quick backstory to her. She was a woman that went through a divorce. She caught her man cheating on her, and then she went to drugs. She met men that were breaking crimes, a bunch of guys that you would see in a Grand Theft Auto video game. Then it was about men, relationships that she had in her life that were bad for her, drugs. And then it just became about drugs. Then it became about her having a record, in and out of jail, went to prison for a bit. And then I lost my sister, who she was, because she became a schizophrenic. She was on the street. She was selling herself. And I didn't recognize who that was. And so I lost whoever that fragment of my sister, who she was, gone, never coming back, never the same. And she's been clean for a bit, but the person who I talked to when I sit on the table where I've seen, she's not there anymore. So, and they're older, they're my older siblings. So she was one of the ones I looked up to when it wasn't my mother and father. I looked up to her just like I looked to my older brother. I didn't grow up with my older siblings though. They grew up in Southern California. I grew up in Northern California. So I wasn't able to see them once or twice a year for a couple of days. And then when I see the older, that's why when I hang out with older gentlemen, like, because I lost my grandparents at a young age to cancer, I try to sit down with the OGs. I try to sit down with the elders, understand where they came from, the differences, their lives, what they went through. So I'm always going to be an ear to listen, but I yet to see certain actions not taken. I'm going to end it off on that.
Absolutely. Appreciate it. Man, Hinky Link, what's going on, man? What about yourself, brother?
Well, with me, it's probably more patience, a lot more patience with them. That would definitely be something that I would definitely need to improve as far as the generation. So, yeah, being more patient with them.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Next up is my man, World Class, coming in here dropping the bombs. What says you, brother?
What I could have did different this entire time is, quite frankly, not quit on them, because I'm just as frustrated as the older generation. Like every time I hear Mike speak, it's the same exact words I use, because nobody's more disappointed in my generation and younger than I am. And give up because I know I'm an anomaly. I'm always angry because somebody shot my brother in the head, and I took that shit personal. And had that not happened, I'd be on the other side with them, helping them try to kill y'all. But since he's real dead, and this is not fucking Dragon Ball Z, he can't come back. I'm always pissed, and I'm always gonna be on your side. And then that, along with the fact I just looked at my mom was weak, and I just ignored everything she said and all her friends. I'm an anomaly. So I look at me being an anomaly as reason to not expect niggas to do what I do. But that's not my call, and I should have never made that call. And had I not done that earlier, we could have seen better results, at least one or two people. So, not quitting on them.
Absolutely. Appreciate you, brother. Most definitely. My man, JVJ.
Like, I like the patience. I like that he said patience earlier. In my honest opinion, I don't really have a problem with dealing with older heads, like, because I'm 32, so I'm not old for real, but I'm not super young, I guess. Patience would be a plus, like, to sit back and try to understand, because I used to sit around my grandfather and hear him tell me stories after stories after stories at family cookouts. So I've been good at listening to old heads. But then also, I guess the not being triggered part, because even Big Mike, he got me to when he came out and said what he said. I'm like, it was an automatic response to this shit. Maybe getting to the point of, all right, just let him cook on that and see where he's landing this plane at. I could get better at that when it comes a minute in between. But I don't have a problem with, like, the older head and the younger generation. Like, my biggest issue would be with people that are younger than me, like, doing the things that they do. But I've got to the point where I've understood that I only can do what I can do. I can't get mad if I can't change every person. I got a saying that I say, everybody's not going to make the boat. I can't save everybody. So I guess that's where I land my plane at when it comes to that question.
All right. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. My man, Rudy Roo. What'd you say, brother?
Since you asked that question, I've been thinking, and I really can't come up with much, because I'm connected with the older generation and the younger generation.
Yeah.
And Tez can vouch for this. I listen to understand when I talk to anybody. I pick out good things from people, and I do my own research. And I try to, when I talk to the older heads, I pick out the good things, do my own research, and then I drop it to the younger ones up under me. And because, like I said, Taz can vouch. When I learn new things, I pass new things on. Younger or older. And I've been bridging a pretty nice gap. I mean, I feel like I can touch more. If I can say anything, I think I can touch more. That's probably something I need to try to do, is touch more people, younger and older. Because even, like I said, with my pops, we had a big gap, and that gap has been closing because it went from me always trying to pin things back on him of what you didn't show me to, hey, my God, this is your own life. He had his own life. You can make his life better. He can make my life better. And I'm applying it to everybody's life. So I listen. I understand. If I can share, I share. I share as much as I can. I sometimes share. I overshare sometimes. So I think I'm doing a pretty good as for one person. I think I'm doing pretty damn good at closing gaps.
All right. Absolutely. Appreciate you, brother. Next up, my man Big Mike.
Oh shit.
What says my man Big Mike?
All right, man. Y'all put me on the spot, man. Then y'all put me on the solo screen. Put me on the screen with everybody else. I want to talk to everybody else.
All right, brother.
Yeah, put me on the screen with everybody else. Look, I'll say this, man. The thing I could do different is be less passionate. Is be a little bit less passionate. But if you look at my life, I got two young niggas that's not even 23 yet. I'm putting $1,000 a week in their pocket because they listen to me. They respect me. They not carrying out their mother's vendettas against men on me. Because I'm an old nigga that's trying to help out. I want to see the younger generation do better. And I'm going to teach you what I got to teach you. But here's the deal. You're going to take it how I give it to you. I'm not going to give it to you the way you want it. Because the world ain't going to give it to you the way you want it. But guess what? I am going to do that for you because I understand y'all are my backbone. The younger generation are the people that are going to lead me when I'm old and decrepit. If I got to come kick one of y'all niggas' asses, it's not going to be me. It's going to be my young niggas. You see what I'm saying? I might be in the car giving orders. But the thing I could do different is being a little less passionate and kind of driving my point home and communicating a little bit better. I love y'all young niggas. But at the end of the day, understand, y'all are young niggas. Y'all aren't my equals at this point in time. And it was a point in time when I wasn't the equal to the older dudes. And now these dudes are senior citizens. And now they're looking at me as their leader. That's the natural progression of things. You know, I would love for this conversation to go one way. Here's really what we have. And Noble hit on the point. We have an issue with this white inferiority complex that we call white supremacy. That's really what got us fucked up and confused right now. But until people are ready to actually deal with that and stop acting like they could out earn that shit, because Kanye's showing you right now you can't out earn white supremacy. You're never going to get to a point where you got enough money to where you're not underneath the thumb of these folks. Absolutely. I just want us to understand that, because I depend on you young gentlemen, and I'm talking about the millennials, because y'all are the next up after us. It's our turn now. The baby boomers are senior citizens. They're dying out. It's the Zennials and the Generation X's turn to show y'all. It's our turn. It's our turn to lead. We can't jump command. We can't skip command. We can't do none of that. I just need y'all to listen and get out of your feelings and understand that what I'm not telling you anything wrong. And I think a lot of OGs are young. I'm not even gonna call myself OG. I'm not a gang member. I'm just an older dude. I've been your age. I've been 30. I've been 33. I've been 35. I've been 40. Maybe it's something I can offer you, whether I got $1 million or not. The millionaires are the ones that's leading y'all down this path of destruction. It's the rich people that are telling y'all to do this dumb shit that's going on. Facts. So, you know, look, man, I'm sorry. I came off a little hot on you young guys.
No, you
but
good.
I think that's why y'all called me, though. So I ain't feeling too bad about it. I'm going to sleep good tonight.
No, much respect for you,
bro.
bro.
We trying to change. We trying to be the shift in this goddamn conversations, bro. This is one of the dopest shit I'm telling you that's on here. You hear world class? He had something. He was like, "No, that's too important. It's very important to us, bro." So everybody that's on this panel, man, even the ones that's in the chat, we really appreciating y'all right now when it comes down to this right here. Let me get my brother.
Before you go, hey, we got room for one more person. They want to join the panel. It is just men. That's for the show. But yeah, if you want to come in, we got one more. We got one more spot.
I don't. Trying to see how I'm gonna approach this. I'm gonna tell you what I am doing, and then I'll tell you what I can do better. I had a conversation, a podcast called the conversation with my father, right? And what I had heard all my life was my mama's side of the story. My daddy wasn't this, my daddy wasn't that, right? And the resentment that Big Mike talking about, I had it. My sisters have it. But I became the person in my family that said, I'm gonna do the best I can to break this generational curse between older black men and younger black men, because I know we need each other. I need my father's guidance. I need Hink's guidance. I need JT guidance. I need Big Mike's guidance. I need Mandrell crazy ass guidance. I need all these brothers' guidance and people younger. And the point is, we have to have these conversations. Even though I agree 100% with world class, what happened needed to happen. I'm a firm believer in that. So what can I do better? I can have Big Mike on more. I can talk to JT. I can talk to Mandrell. I can get an understanding with my peers like Tez and Rob, for us to get an understanding of where we're coming from, so we don't push out what we've been taught all our life, being so goddamn emotional. Because it showed tonight. We got emotional. I own that. But as long as we can rein it back in, I think we winning. So what can I do more, man? I can keep doing this. I can keep grabbing my little cousin big head ass by his neck and tell him stop the bullshit. I can keep doing it. And I can keep being a positive message. I had one bad marriage where I had a child, where it wasn't the best situation. I ain't had now since I find the right woman, because I don't want to be a bad example to my younger cousins and stuff. So moving better and listening. I can do that better.
That's what's up. That's what's motherfucking up. You know who it is right here.
They put the link in the phone.
You know who it is. Ted the Fire.
Man,
It's Ted the Fire.
Mandrell, it's my solo time, Mandrell.
It's your solo time, Ted. I know, man.
Oh, man. The point of what I can do better. I'm gonna go to the generation. The generation above me. I can take the resentment out of my heart that I had. And a couple of reasons. Never met any of my grandfathers, so I didn't even have that link. And like I said, the older guys that were in my life, they always looked down on us. So I didn't understand what Big Mike was saying. I always thought it was negativity. I always thought it was, I don't like you. Come to find out, they didn't know how to give the message because nobody taught them how to give the message. So I got to take the resentment out of my heart for the generation above me. As far as what I can do better for the younger generation, have these conversations. Like, bro, for the longest time, my mindset was, man, these folks ain't gonna listen. They don't want to do this. They don't want to do that. And the brother that was supposed to come on tonight, Austin, I'm gonna shout you out because I know you watching. Me and him sat outside my driveway and talked 30 minutes. And it's a whole lot of stuff about the Generation Z that don't make a damn lick of sense to me. But my job ain't for it to make sense. My job is to listen and tell him, bro, at your age, I was running through female, blah, blah, blah. Maybe you shouldn't do that because it messed my mentality up. So for me, I gotta have more of them conversations. And me and CJ talked about this. We gotta have more young. We gotta have the Z's. We gotta create a space that's comfortable for them on our podcast, on Big Mike. We gotta invite them into the house in order for them to feel comfortable. That's all I got.
Yeah, for me, right, for the older generation, like I said before, let's just try to get a better understanding, not to listen to react, and I say this plenty of times, like, hey, I got a lot of feminine traits, being raised by mostly women, and one of the feminine traits I have, I get emotional, and I didn't get that till, I got grown, realized, that's very dangerous for a man to be. So, really just, just really try to understand the older generation, and understand their mindset, really try to really understand their point of views, even though I might not fully agree, but I'm willing to just to listen and understand. Now, for the younger generation, honestly, shit, I just keep doing what I'm doing. Just keep telling the young niggas y'all doing it. You know, regardless how I might feel the dumb shit, the goofy shit, you know, it is what it is. You know, every generation done dumb and goofy shit. You know what I'm saying? Now, do I when it get to a point your goofy shit might affect others and or is disrespectful, okay, that's might be the time I might check you. But other than that, man, people don't understand. Just telling somebody, man, you could do it, bro, that could that means so much for a person where they could push themselves to get to the next level, man. So one thing I like about what James do, like when he tells me, you see me with my wife, my kids, and he tell my dog, you doing it, dog. Fuck with these other niggas on, you doing it, bro. So shit like that, bro, regardless how I might be going through shit like that, push me. And we just gotta keep pushing the young niggas, telling like, hey, bro, y'all doing that shit, keep doing what you're doing. Hey, here goes some things that, you might get better at, you know what I'm saying? I had this young boy, he was playing basketball and shit, I was just chopping up with him and he was talking about, hey, I want to go to the league. Okay, bro, you could do that shit, bro, these the YouTube videos you need to see. They got workouts on YouTube now where you could like work out as a professional now, shit like that, bro, and not getting our feelings, because we feel like they going in the wrong direction or they doing some dumb shit or they doing these goofy ass shit. They wear their clothes like this. Fuck it. It is what it is. Our job is to fucking generate, what I'm saying? Putting that, pouring in to these young niggas, bro, regardless if they listen right now, because a lot of times I feel like the older generation they think just because you give a motherfucker advice, they supposed to just do it right in there. No, advice is a lifetime. So your advice that you tell them it's not probably for them right now. Honestly, they might have to fuck up first to really understand it. One of my favorite things about Tupac said, plant the seed. You just got to keep planting the seed. And eventually things will come together.
Right.
That's why I always say, people might disagree. That's why I say the solution to all this shit is children. Because I understand children are not going to be children forever. And the reason why I got to have this mindset, because you know what? Me understanding, if the children are the solution, it's going to push me to do better. It's a mindset. It's going to push me to do better so I could be that example. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I say.
So my biggest thing is, and this has been probably about for the past 7 years, I've been wanting to get this bridge, just, the gap bridged between us, man. And one of the things that I've learned that I had to start being is a better person myself. I had to start being a lot more knowledgeable. I had to start being more transparent. I have to start being way more understanding, but I also still have to be firm. I'm never going to give up on my own principles because they got me far in life. But at the same time, I want to be able to have this type of conversation with all you brothers and even more, because I got kids that are 25 and 20 years old. You dig what I'm saying? And this is not about me. It ain't never been about the individual. It's always been about all of us. And it's not one way. There's a whole lot of other ways. We would never get this shit. We would never have a conclusion. The conclusion is to the Almighty. That's all it is. When it's time for this world to end, it's time for it to end. It's over with. But while we here, we got to try to make each other better. We got to start, like with these conversations that we have, instead of us pitting ourselves against with the bullshit like my man World Class was talking about, we got to start looking at who the real enemy is.
Right.
So we start with this right here. We start with this foundation right here. We start with learning everything that's going on in the world that affects us. And that's one of my biggest issues right now, is that We just don't know. So that's the problem. So now we got to start fixing it. We ain't got all the answers to this. We ain't gonna have it on one podcast. But man, we got to start putting this goddamn work in, bro. We got to start shifting the conversation. Because all them other goddamn conversations that's been going on, that shit is for the birds. That's for people that want to be stimulated in the mind and not challenged in the mind. That's what that shit is about. We got about what? We got 3 generations in here right now? Something like that?
3.
Hey, man, we got to build off each other. And then we start letting this shit go global. Because we in a state of emergency right now, man. And I'm telling you, the younger the person is, the less that they are even close to what reality really is right now. I love this conversation, bro. I love it, man. Anybody else got something else to ask? But I wanted to get that so we can have a perspective on what it is that we're really talking about. This is not about generations versus generations. This is we trying to get this shit back popping, man.
And Lou didn't get in there either. Lou popped.
Yeah, I had a question. Maybe Lou could help answer it.
Let me add this one thing. I can honestly say this. I have no interest myself personally, just me, but I have no interest right now in talking to the young women.
No.
That's for all of us. That's for all of us collectively to start doing, because we're the leaders. We got to start taking that leadership. They gonna follow us. Please believe that. It's about what we got going on right now as men to get infrastructure back into whatever community that we are in. Yeah, but go ahead. Somebody else.
Yeah. Really, it's a no. But you said something earlier that kind of jogged my memory of this. All right, you said it was a woman's. The only thing we do is we're doing women's talking points, right? You think it'd be a good idea to try to point out to the younger generation that they do, in fact, a lot of them do, in fact, argue like women because they've been raised by a single mother. And, you know, like Ted said, I've heard single mothers tell their kids, like Ted says, if you hear something different coming up other than you ain't shit, you don't know shit, you ain't got shit, you ain't never going to be shit, you ain't shit. If you hear something different, then maybe you definitely would have done something more with your life. You definitely would have done something different. Like, my parents didn't gas me up like that. It's just when I did something good, they're like, good job. They treated it as if it was expected. So that was drilled in my head from a baby. Success is expected. Accomplishment is accepted. It is expected. Good grades, expected. You know what I'm saying? Like, even to this day, as a full-grown man, I'm so hard on myself, it's ridiculous. Success is expected, even of me. That's the standard I have for myself to this day. So, like, trying to get, how do we get to the young guys? Because that's one of my suspicions is that a lot of this comes from being raised by single mothers, and you've heard me say single mothers have no business raising boys on their own.
Amen.
You know, so how do I deliver that message to them? Like, listen, man, the way you do things, the way you argue this way or the other, that's very feminine, and it comes from your mother.
You can start by not trying to bite their damn face off, but whatever.
I mean, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I was just lighting it up. I was just trying.
The only solution I have is the hardest one. Is that boys have to spend as much time away from their mother specifically as possible, or they will be weak.
Facts. That's a fact.
The worst influence in our life is our mother. The worst parent we have is our mother. The grandmothers are better mothers. The dad is a better mother. The grandfather is a better mother. It's just that simple. Dang. Because and it's not really a shot at them. They know they're the worst. They're not going to make the best. Her girlfriend will make better decisions for her child than she will.
Why is this?
Because they always have somebody. They want somebody to. They can't fight off the need to make somebody believe what they believe. It's like having a physical subconscious mind. They can't tell them no.
That's true. They have a need. Like, I have a need for things to make sense.
Right.
You know, so I need for shit to make sense. And she's like, women, you're right. they ever need. Wow. Okay.
I'll say this, fellas. I would rather just keep it between one generation split at a time. Because look, those Zennials, the Zennials are my children. My child is a Zennial. He's not a child anymore. You know what I mean? But he's a millennial. I'm sorry. Or Generation Y. He was born in 2004, so that's a generation. What is that? Generation Z, the new generation. But I
That's what
think,
I gave up.
that I'm sorry, I got confused. I missed the point here. But I think that if we keep it between Generation X and millennials, it'll be on millennials to get the other generations straight. But we can't attack all generations at the same time. We're dealing with two generations at the same time. And I'm sure JT will let you know. We deal with our parents. Our parents are baby boomers. We have to deal with our parents. We have to tell them and get them straight on shit. But we have to do it with respect, right?
Yeah.
And I think we need to talk to y'all a little bit more candidly, and then y'all pass it down to the other generations.
That's our job.
Yeah, we can't transcend every generation because we're gonna look like assholes. Because this is some tough shit we're dealing with.
Facts.
That's what I explained to TJ Randolph. I was explaining to her, like, you can't be talking to, let's just say Savannah, who was in the chat. She's 22. TJ Randolph, like, I think in her 50s. Oh my God. So there's a hierarchy.
Yeah.
So I'm 37. Like Mike and all y'all talk to them. Y'all talk to me. I talk to CJ, and all them. You know what I'm saying? And Rudy. It's a hierarchy. Y'all don't need to be talking to them. Y'all talk to me. I talk to them.
And nobody feels disrespected with a hierarchy.
No.
Nobody feels disrespected.
Because your turn coming, like you were saying, Mike. Your turn is coming. So there's no reason to break the chain of command.
There's no reason to break the chain of command. We're gonna lead. And this next coming up, hopefully we do a better job than those who did before us. But I'm not getting ready to wear them out about it in the last years of their life either. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm not getting ready to stress them out about what they didn't do in the last years of their life. I mean, we're gonna get them out of here with the best respect that we can get them out of here, and we're gonna lead with the best way we can lead. And I hope y'all would do the same for us.
I think before I want to get Lou in there, but before I get Lou in there, I think one thing we need to develop is even if it's just these men on the panel, we need to sit down maybe off. We need to sit down maybe behind the scenes and come up with a rites of passage for these next generation, because that's something that we really don't have. I remember somebody mentioned it in the show the other day, working on a rites of passage, criteria for you to even be considered a man, and we stick to it and hold to it and lay out tenets and everything for it, because we don't have that.
We need to lay out the expectations. The rites of passage is still there. We just need the younger guys to understand it and grasp onto it and accept it and embrace it. Like, we embraced it. We ain't have no choice. You know what I'm saying? We couldn't go see them older niggas without our pistol. You know what I'm saying? You had a decision to make if you wanted to run up on the older nigga back in my day. You had a decision to make.
A business decision.
A business
Go ahead, Lou.
life decision.
A life decision.
You know what I'm saying? That's the business I'm talking about.
Right.
We had to make it was a business decision.
Let's get Lou in there.
Did I get all my affairs together?
Yeah, exactly. Did I get all my affairs together yet? Or before I make this move? Shit.
Lou, what's up?
Wait,
bro?
let me second think this.
Lou, hold on, let's get Lou in there.
Rethink this.
What up, Lou?
What's up, guys?
What's up, Lou?
What's up, Mentorship? I think that a lot of this gets blurred when we really start to think about what really happened to us as children, right? So when you have a mother or a father that hate each other more than they love their own child, when you have a mother who kidnapped her son from a different country away from his father out of
y'all
spite,
mute up. It's a lot of background noise. Y'all mute up right quick.
when you have a father who said that he would disown his son simply because he doesn't work with his hands, while unknowingly not understanding that I create millions of dollars for the economy by clicking buttons. When parents hate their children simply because they're trying to project their failures onto them and wanting them to be better, not because they love them, but simply because they failed as human beings, we have a serious problem here. So how am I going to listen to anybody else that is a third party if from my own family I was hated, ostracized, and thrown away? Somebody's going to have to explain to me how young people get over the fact that their parents, for as much as they tried, completely failed them. Because that is the cancer here. That is the dark spot that no one wants to touch on. Our parents, what from any generation plausible that I've come to understand, they have all failed us. The very people that were supposed to love you, they have reaped you from your being. They hate you. How do you deal with that? How does that actually work? And then you're telling me that I'm supposed to listen to someone, a third party that is not a family member, but yet I was betrayed by every single family member I have. How does that work? When your mother makes you suicidal, how do you get over that? Huh? So we're not supposed to place any blame on these people. We're supposed to respect these people. Huh? How does that work? When CJ texts me more than my real dad, how does that work?
But Lou, I'm glad you said that because CJ, he actually got a clip. And it's gonna fall right into what you just was talking about. You got it already loaded, bro? You on mute.
You're muted. You're muted, CJ.
I'm finna cue it up. Hold on. Give me just a second.
He's gonna cue it up because that was another and this was on your show also, wasn't it? It was on CJ. It was on, man. It's a little powerful thing, and I definitely want to hear what the brothers got to say about this, Lou. You just help us do the segue, brother.
Shout out to Lou, man.
Can
sir.
I jump in real quick?
Thanks.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead, Big Mike.
All I say is honestly, man, your parents' job is to feed you and not fuck you. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of that other stuff ain't nobody perfect. And you'll become a parent. You're not gonna be perfect.
Your job was to have a child when you were ready, not when you wanted to open up your leg and shoot the club.
No, bro. That shit happens, dog. And if you out here, you know that happens.
This is why we hate your old niggas. This is why.
Nigga, you from Brazil, and Lou, don't start with me.
Well, look. Here's the thing.
Hold on, don't start with me.
Oh my.
Oh no. Here's the thing, Lou. Here's the thing.
Mandrell, hold on.
Oh my God. Yeah, you're making my point even. I grew up worse than you. You're making my point even further, brother.
What are you talking about? You grew up worse than me because somebody.
I grew up in a third world country. By definition, you had it better than I did. What are we talking about?
Okay, what are we talking about?
I don't know. You're the one that said I'm from Brazil. I didn't bring it up. You brought it up. Let's have a conversation about it.
That's why you hate us old niggas. Are you here? You hate us old niggas in America?
No.
Okay, exactly. That's what the fuck I'm talking about.
You're bringing race and you're bringing nationality into something that has nothing to do with that.
I'm bringing nationality into something why you hate us old niggas in America.
No. I didn't say I hate you old niggas in America. Why are you saying that?
What'd you just say? That's why I hate you old niggas. Isn't that what you just said? Isn't that what you just said? Is that what you just said? Lou,
what is so wrong with you that you had to bring in race into it and nationality into it? What is so wrong with you, Mike?
That's why you hate us old niggas.
I said old niggas in general. I didn't say old niggas from America. I love America.
America, bro. What the fuck are you talking about?
There are no niggas in Brazil. Is that what you're saying?
Dude, ain't no niggas I know in Brazil.
All right.
Look. Hold on, Mike. Look.
When I said what I said, hold on, Mandrell. Because when I said what I said, your response was
more than America, brother. More than America, brother.
When I said what I said,
one mic.
When I said what I said,
why do Black Americans feel like they own being Black? You're not the only Blacks on the planet. You're not the only Blacks that were enslaved on this planet. What are you talking about?
Dude, you the one who said that shit.
You brought it up. Rewind the tape, Big Mike. You brought nationality and race up into something. I did not.
Would you get out of your emotions for a minute? Get out of your emotions for a minute. When I said what I said, that your parents' job is to feed you and not fuck you, your job, what'd you say?
I said, this is why young people hate you old niggas.
No, you said this is why I hate you old niggas. Listen,
right.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. That's what I said.
When I said what I said. Honestly, I don't give a fuck about
what does that have to do with nationality and race? What does that have to do with nationality and race?
Why did you say that when I said what I said?
Because it's normal slang that everyone uses.
Really?
What are you talking about?
Really?
Yes, absolutely. I have been saying the N-word. I have been saying the N-word since my black sister came out of my mother. What are you talking? What does that have to do? What does that have to do with the fact that I was kidnapped? What does that have to do with the fact? What does that have to do with the fact that my mother kidnapped me from my father and mistreated me? What does that have to do with that?
Lou.
What does that have to do with the fact she told me I was in an accident? What does that have to do with that?
You listen to it.
Hey, but Lou, the thing about it, man, you taking a personal thing that happened
because
to
all this
you
shit
and your
personal,
family.
Hank, because this shit is personal, Hank.
Lou, you just took the whole conversation back. We've already made past that point, and you got a chance to speak, and you took the conversation back to some trauma shit. That's what I'm talking about.
Because the young kids have not had a chance to tell you guys how we really feel about what y'all did to us.
Look, we didn't do shit to nobody in Brazil. That's what the fuck I'm talking about.
Bro, I'm not.
That shit in Brazil. Most niggas here in America already got it squared away. We just
all right, y'all. All right, y'all. All right.
Yeah. Lou, what I was about to say is, sometimes
no,
people.
He's gone.
Oh shit! I was gonna tell him. I was just gonna tell him. Hold on,
Mandrea, he's gone. Let's let it go.
I get it, but he might be still listening. Lou, if you're still listening, understand this. Sometimes your parents are gonna do shit that you're not gonna get over.
Man, drill.
And that's the answer he needs. He needs to know what does he do now. Since he's running into some shit he clearly can't forgive them for. He clearly can't get past. What does he do with that? That's the question he has.
Lou, you need therapy because we already came to peace on this motherfucking panel. Right. We know where we want to go from this panel.
All right. So look, with this clip, we had
Lou, check your email. Go ahead, CJ.
Yeah, and we hold on. We got love for him, bro. There was a blow up. It happens. We're gonna move on though.
I got love for Lou too. I done had a great conversation with Lou, but don't sit up and try to take
trigger. He got triggered, bro. That's all it was. He been waiting.
Nigga waited. What was he triggered about us saying where we gonna end up at and what we gonna do?
I think the same. He went back, but he didn't get to say nothing. So he held that, and when he got on her, he let it out. It is what it is. We're gonna move forward.
In my opinion, keep holding it.
All right, so we're gonna move forward. So with this conversation, Charleston White kind of talked about why some old heads are looked at the way they're looked at by the younger generation. So I'm just gonna let him kind of get into it. It's kind of low, but we should be able to hear it.
Logically, get through a case that they fighting. So the OG niggas, homie, talk about it. The OG niggas is the niggas that was walking through these nigga mama houses. When the little nigga be playing in the room playing the game. Yep. Him and the little brother playing the game, and the OG nigga just coming through fucking on his mama.
Eating the fruit snacks.
Fucking on his mama.
Yeah,
saying what's up, little nigga.
Yeah.
And he see the
fuck your fort, nigga.
Yeah, he see the OG nigga with the gun in his waistband, with the blunt in his ear, with the shit.
Mm-hmm.
So they grow up resenting that, homie. So when he come outside, by the time the little nigga 11 years old, 10 years old, he know he fucking his mama.
Yeah.
So when they outside throwing the football, OG don't never stop and say, nigga, throw me the football.
Yeah.
Say catch, nigga. He don't never stop and play catch with the nigga.
What he need.
So then mama get a stepdaddy. Stepdaddy is a funky nigga. He lay around, he mean, He running the house like it's his house. See, these the kind of niggas that reside in the hood.
Yeah.
They not loving niggas. Little niggas get in trouble at school. They putting down street discipline, like penitentiary discipline, like.
Right.
There's no positive reinforcement with OG niggas. OG niggas come from dysfunction.
I want to draw. When that, to an extent, what Lou is talking about, what we were talking about earlier, because we're past the bullshit of it, right? So we're not gonna argue, we're not gonna scream up and down, but what that is some of our experience as young men, bro. I'm just gonna be real. That's definitely some of my experience with my mama boyfriends, ex-husbands, and I say ex, so take that with a grain of salt. But a lot of us grew up under that type of shit. And when we meet, like for instance, the guys on this panel, where some of us from, that's not common. Where we're from, what he's talking about is common. So I just kind of want to lay it out there.
Lou told his whole story. So I don't know what she talking about. Lou told his whole story. I came in after the fact, and he came with the attack.
I think she's talking about Charleston White.
Oh, okay, all right. Yeah. Hey, look, man, that's some niggas' experience, bro. But that ain't everybody's experience, and it becomes a stereotype. Charleston White deals in stereotypes. Charleston White is the stereotype. So Charleston White talks about the bottom 2% of our whole 100% collective. It's 98% of people who not dealing with that. Most of our stepdads were dorks. I'm just gonna be honest. They were niggas that had jobs because our mamas went for better after they left our daddies. You know what I mean? They didn't go for the same thing in a lot of situations.
Where'd that terrorist go? Why that fucking terrorist leave? Where'd he go?
Oh, he got up out of here.
Goddamn terrorist motherfucker. That's crazy. Bring your ass back on here. I'm ready for your goddamn man. Bring your ass back on here, you goddamn. You an Arab. You ain't no goddamn Brazilian. You a fucking Arab. Bring your ass back on here. I got something. Come on. Hey,
man,
where you at?
Man, we got to a point to where we were talking peace with all our younger generations and all our people, and we had the brother come in with the trauma.
I got the old niggas speaking through me. I'm ready. I got the old mom. Come on, where you at?
He gone, y'all. He gone. Let's leave that alone. He gone.
And Big Mike gonna talk about his experience, and he brought up about our experience here in terms of our identity, our race, and he gonna sit there and bring out and all that kind of shit. Like that's why we can't have these goddamn other races, these damn. And I ain't gonna say this because it's your platform. We can't have these damn immigrants talking this shit with us. We can't do it because they always want to bring their goddamn story to the point, and this story ain't shit. I don't care about y'all AIDS and drugs and you living in that fucking tire. I don't care about that. Don't mean shit. Y'all are this close to a good part of a city, and that's your problem. You lazy, ignorant, shiftless ass immigrants ain't doing shit. So why don't you use that energy to fix your own shit? Huh, Lou? And you're a fucking Arab. You're not a Brazilian. I know what you are. You're Arab. I saw the way you look.
All right, man. All right, Westside. All right, Westside.
Let's keep it to where my man Charleston White, what he was talking about right there. We'll be able to get that probably on another show or later on another show, man. But
I'm sorry, I just gotta add one more thing here. I mean, this is a cool conversation, but we got a lot of shit going on nowadays that we need to be talking about. It's cool y'all doing this, but I mean real shit. I mean, I'm gonna get about it because I'm gonna be disrespectful, but like this ain't shit right here. We got so much shit going on. That's what I'm saying. When you allow these kind of conversations to happen, this should be done in your own living room. These kind of conversations. When you're on this goddamn Jew TV, you need to be talking about reparations, restitution, your identity, nothing else. Because these fucking immigrants. Brother. What you mean we can't do that?
Listen, what I'm telling you. We can't do that when we got a whole goddamn cake to eat, and we chose this piece of the cake to eat right now. We getting to that part, but we got to build, bro. We can't build when we got. Listen, what I'm telling you.
Yeah, but who put this old new nigga shit in your generations? I never had it. I'm a millennial. I never had this issue with old niggas and new niggas. If anything, and I was being real in the room. If anything, we ain't creative. The old niggas is the one that's creative. Like when I met BB King twice, he gave me the kiss of the fucking ring, and he has the same birthday as me. You know what I'm saying? So I had many different nods of heads from old niggas and all this kind of stuff. If anything, my generation ain't doing shit, and I'm saying that. We ain't creative. We don't work together, and we don't fucking eliminate what needs to be eliminated. This is why we allow these fucking immigrants coming up here talking all this dumb shit. We talking
what
about
generation are you?
I just said millennial.
I ain't hear you. My bad. That's why I
Look, man, it's all displaced anger. It's all displaced anger. Everybody's mad at the same thing, but everybody doesn't want to deal with it. So we have to do this in levels. And I'll say that to you, Westside. We have to deal with this in levels because everybody isn't prepared to deal with what you and I are talking about. You know what I'm saying? What you, I, and Noble are talking about. At the end of the day, it's the same problem. It's the inferiority complex that has caused us to be confused.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So we have to figure out how we can navigate our children and our children's children through this thing that we got going on right now. It's not about money. It's not about how much money you can make because we're looking at a man that made more money than most niggas that made in their life 10 lifetimes.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Go through the same thing. So the younger people are looking up to us for the answer. And that's me as a Generation Xer. Me and JT, I guess me, you, Hink, and maybe Mandrill are the only Generation Xers on this platform right now.
Right.
You know, based off the gray and the beard. I don't want to give you no years, my brother. But
I'm out there, bro. I'm 72.
I'm 44.
Yeah.
I'm 44 years old. I was born in 1978.
Nigga said he a boomer.
So,
I'm damn near a boomer. Shit.
1975, so I already know.
Yeah,
I'm 16 years from being a boomer, dog.
So,
trust me.
What we're dealing with is a displaced anger, and honestly, as leaders and as the new leaders of this of the Black nation, not community, the Black nation. You know what I mean? And I'm using Black very loosely.
Hey, look, that's it right there. Big Mike, you just said it right there. Fuck Black community, nation.
Nation, bro. It's 46 million of us. When the last time you've been in a community with 48 million, 46 million?
There we go. I was searching all this goddamn time. It took tonight for me to figure it out.
That's a big ass community, fam. That's a big ass community. And like I said, I had good discussions with Lou. I didn't mean to push Lou out, but I felt like what Lou was saying was pushing us back.
He crashed out. That's all it was.
Yeah, he crashed out. And this ain't the place for that. Because we getting past crashing out right now. Go to your other platforms to do that. Because you just heard us say, well, we could do better. You know what I'm saying? Well, we could do better. We can't have other people coming in our conversations and taking us back.
Yep.
I'm sorry. We can't do it. I feel for you. I feel for your story. But we can't do that, brother. Like, this is too important what we got going on here for somebody elsewhere to have any kind of input or influence on that. So I feel what Westside is saying on that.
I was gonna ask Westside. So you think you say that this conversation basically is pointless, right? But I'm gonna move past that. What should we be doing from your perspective? Is for us being able to move forward and really get to the real shit. What is the real shit that we're missing?
The real shit is this is all smoke and mirrors. They want you to sit here and talk about women. They want to sit here and talk about ageism. They want to sit here and fight about old niggas, new niggas, the this, the that, and all this. And the goddamn problem is them. It's these terrorists, these immigrants, these Nazi Zionists, and it's our money, it's our land and identification. We need to be talking about this full assault every damn hour, even after the shower. So when y'all do that, things will either get shut down or change. And this is how you have a community. This is how you have communication. You link up with your old brethren. You link up with your new brethren. Forget all this weird Nazi Zionist. They did this split. They did all this kind of stuff to break us apart and do all this comparing and contrasting, all this kind of shit. This is their flex. And we on their broadcast right here doing this dumb shit. Like I said, I ain't had no problems with the old and whatever. Like I said, I'm being real. If anything, my generation, we're less creative, in which we are. And then the Gen Z generation really are just, they have no creativity at all. They don't. That's not hate. That's not whatever. That's just the truth. I was saying that at age 26. Now I'm 36. So if I'm saying this at age 26, what the fuck is going on here? So all I'm saying is what we need to be doing is getting together our land identity, looking at how we can link up again. And forget all this Nazi Zionist narrative. This is their culture. These are their talking points. This is not our thing here.
And I'll say this, Westside. If y'all don't do that, y'all will be in podcasts in the future, and the younger generation will be talking to y'all like y'all talking to us. Because younger generations are looking for answers, bro. They're not looking for excuses. They're looking for answers. And so, like I said, y'all are the youth now. But when y'all have kids and your kids get old enough to understand, your kids are going to start asking you these questions. And it's going to be about what plan of action you have with them. Because the dudes, the white folks, they got plans for their kids. And they plan for their kids is you and your kids.
Can I ask a question?
Yo.
I'm sorry.
We got you, world class.
I'm sorry, bro. I just gotta really just ask this question real quick. And I get what y'all saying. Y'all saying some real shit. But who said that we not doing this?
It's not going to be whether we said or you didn't do it. It's going to be a matter of action. Your kids are going to hold you accountable for it, not us.
We are, but who said they not taking action?
Hey, I'm not saying y'all aren't. All I'm saying is y'all prepare for your kids to hold you accountable for your results or whatever action y'all take.
Okay.
But I wanted to ask a question too. Westside, you admitted that it is a split and it is a disconnection. So if we don't have these talks, we pretty much working on the Tower of Babylon.
Sir, I didn't say that. Sir, I said my generation is less creative, and I said the older is more creative. That's what I said, sir.
So you didn't say it was a split or nothing between the two generations?
No, sir. I said this is a Nazi Zionist talking point. This damn Al Sharpton versus Little Nas X. No, Little Nas X is African. He ain't us. But I'm just saying that's what they want us to do.
Okay.
And he also
ahead,
said we should
world
have these
class
conversations in our living room, but that ain't happening, and it ain't gonna happen.
I want to hear what world class had to say. He was out there. He had a point.
All right, what's up? Where would you rank communication in terms of its importance for society? Would you rank it in top 10, top 20?
That's for everybody, or
I would say
that's for what's up. That's for what's up.
I would say that's number 3, communication.
Number 3
for me.
So that's still extremely important, right? So that would be like,
oh yeah.
Okay. Based off what we've had here, just in this one podcast, right? Did you see a communication breakdown amongst the generations?
I saw de-evolution. That's what I saw.
De-evolution, right? Okay. Hey, so what you just said would kind of contradict what you said prior to it in terms of it being BS or a Nazi talking point, because we did it in real time amongst each other. This podcast in and of itself is evidence of what's going on. And like I said before, those of us that's been in the military or playing sports, we know how important communication is, and even you ranked it 3rd, right? This is why it's like a guy named Jim Rome, European, but he said, if you get an idiot and you motivate him, all you have now is a motivated idiot. If we find a way to get the identity that we're supposed to have, and we go into the promised land, we're going to take this piss poor level of communication into it. Just one of the fundamental things that we need to do is have conversations. And we're not doing that because older generations, like I said myself.
What are the conversations about, though? That's my point. When I say de-evolution, I'm saying, what are we talking about in terms of communication? Are we talking their talking points? Or are we talking about how do we get together and get land? That's what I'm saying. This is a spell type talk to me. It is.
So we had shows like that, though, bro.
I'll say this, Westside. Let me say this. You and I talk quite frequently. I'll say this, and like I've said it before, we got to focus on winning before we focus on all that other stuff. And if we can't communicate, we can't win. So, as far as the importance of this conversation, this is a real issue. Literally, I run into this with young niggas. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying that to not say to have to go through the long thing. I'm not trying to be disrespectful by saying young niggas. But, we know what it is. We've endeared the word over the last 30, 40 years, right?
We know the language.
We know the language. All I'm saying is we have to, before we can even get to the point of where we tribing up to get our land back, we have to even understand each other. So I wouldn't go forth and say this is a useless conversation or this is a conversation that we shouldn't be having. This is probably one of the most important conversations we should be having, and we got the right mix of generations on here to have the conversation. But it is hard and it is stressful. It's hard and stressful, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna sit up and act like I'm not stressed out about it, because I knew that young niggas had smoke for me. I knew they had it for me. I mean, I'm not. Look, y'all can think I'm dumb as y'all want to. Y'all can. Y'all really can. Y'all can think I don't know what I'm talking about as much as y'all want to, but I've survived these streets, bro. I've been in the hornet's nest and came out without a damn bump on me. I've been in snake pits and came out without getting bit with these niggas out here in these streets. And niggas that's way more treacherous than y'all. You see what I'm saying? So this is an important conversation we need to be having. And we need to get on point quick. That's why I got upset, because we were on point. We were ready to move the conversation forward, and the conversation quickly moved backwards on some personal experience type shit. At the end of the day, we're men, bro. We don't give a fuck about all that emotional shit. We just don't. We're not gonna treat you like your mama. You're not. It's not an egalitarian society. Y'all, it's a hierarchy. Y'all niggas fit in a certain place in the hierarchy. Y'all don't want to do it, go be girls. Which is what a lot of dudes are opting to be nowadays.
Let me add something to that, Mike.
We're gonna fit into this fucking hierarchy. That's how it is.
Yeah. Let me add something to that, Mike. And anybody that's been in the military, they're gonna understand exactly what I'm saying. Them motherfuckers don't talk to you like civilians talk to you. They actually talking to you like how Mike talks to you, how Westside talking to you. Because it's about getting the motherfucking job done.
Right.
That's it.
It's about getting the motherfucking job done.
That's all I'm
saying.
saying.
They're gonna talk to you like world. They're gonna talk to you like world class. What you said, Westside, world class said it earlier.
He said the same thing.
He said the same thing. And then that's where I had to break that shit back down and ask us individually, what is it that we can do to bridge this gap? I get what you talking about, brother, because I'm there with you. But we can't get there yet until we can get the men that we have to get there.
You know how
so
we
got to start talking and having this first conversation first. Then we gonna get to where you talking about. Cause I'm there. Rob will tell you what you talk about. He'll tell you that's what I talk about.
Yeah, we had these conversations.
But I can't sit back and it sounds like fucking Chinese when I'm talking to my younger generation. Even though, listen, what I tell you, Rob, I don't talk to old niggas too often. Yeah. Cause they tell me what the fuck I'm supposed to be doing. So I get what they're saying. So what I had to do is learn from there. I don't want to be how the persons that was before me was. I'm just trying to figure it out. I don't have a conclusion. I don't. But I do have a couple of answers that can get us to one level to the next level, to eat one piece of the fucking cake at a time. And I want to get there. I want to have that. That's why with you, Mike, all these guys that's on here, I want to link up with y'all because we all have different perspectives. Yeah. But we do need to get to the point where we get to talking about, when they talk about get to the bag, fuck a bag. We won't land.
Yeah.
We want motherfucking shit when it comes down to us being able to take what the fuck is ours. We can't do it if we ain't together. Right. And we ain't together right now.
And I'll say this. Everybody younger than me, even women that's younger than me, once they qualify, I send them a curriculum. And I'll say nothing else. I'll just periodically ask them questions about what's in the curriculum. It's just certain things you got to read and certain shit you got to listen to. I'll just ask you questions. So the system is there. It's just great. You come under the world class, you learn. I'm just one nigga. I may be super talented. I may be great. It doesn't fucking matter. I'm one nigga. We need a fucking system. A system. Like, who the fuck is my son going to marry? What is he going to have to go?
Damn.
It doesn't matter how great I am. I know I'm the strongest and the smartest in most rooms. 99% of it doesn't matter. Who cares? Who cares how good I am? Who cares about none of it? It doesn't matter. It's about 100 years from now. It's about, are we winning? Are we winning or not? Everything else is stupid shit for bitch niggas and people that are not worth remembering. 36 years old.
Daytime dilemmas. That's what it is. It's daytime dilemmas for them. Them niggas can do the daytime dilemmas. We talking about real shit.
I come from a lot of dead people. My goal is to, when I'm done, they say this was the greatest generation of all time because I was here. That's the only way I think I can respect the men I come from. And what pisses me off and what motivates me is making sure I don't die twice. To live a life worth forgetting. We don't talk about immortality. We don't talk about shit like that. And I refuse to be a watered down version of a warrior race. You bitches gonna have to kill me. But I'm one nigga. It's not a system of that.
Facts.
So it doesn't matter how good I am. It don't matter how many slick things I can say. How can I transfer value to the next generation? And I can only do that through communication. It's vitally important at this point.
And look, just for me, bro, like, I want to be clear. Not anything said on this panel tonight was I ready to pull up and fight one of you niggas.
Hell no.
I'm just gonna be clear because I used to be that nigga, right? Like, you hurt my feelings.
Why would we even say that and think that? I mean,
yeah, like I didn't think
I don't
that.
even know why we even got to even say that online.
I didn't think that at all. CJ.
Well, let me refresh your memory, my nigga, because earlier it was heated. Was it not heated? It was
so what if it was heated? We just doing words. That's what I'm saying.
I really wasn't talking to you, Westside. I really wasn't.
No, but I'm saying a lot of people in our generation have that type of weird feminine talking points you just said there. That's not no offense to you. But what I get tired of hearing in my generation is when people are getting loud or have disagreements. They're ready to fight or pull out a
my
pistol.
nigga. That's what it is. So
and I don't want to be a reflection of being sensitive. That's my point. I don't like that.
Okay. Cool.
I don't like that.
But at the same time, Westside, you can't get mad if somebody is embracing that side. So I understand. Like, look, we're dealing with a bunch of feelings here, man.
Didn't I address it as a character flaw? I literally addressed it as a character flaw.
No, I get you, CJ. I understand where you come.
Who do we blame though? Do we blame the family? Do we blame the old generation? Do we blame ourselves? Because really, at the end of the day, it's ourselves as a man and the individual. I don't care about people's experience and they lived in the ghetto and all this dumb shit I hear every fucking 5 seconds. My thing is, a man, you look in the mirror, you have a choice what to do and what not to do, no matter what you've been through. That's why I don't want to hear no immigrant story about their bullshit.
Which is why, okay, but the immigrants gone. So let's just move. Let's leave that shit alone. What I'm talking about right now, the reason I came, and shout out to you, Jill. Appreciate you being here, Chocolate Drop. But look, check this out. So I'm learning, bro. And having these conversations, I'm learning. I'm trying to understand us. Whoever us is, I'm trying to understand us. You can call it what you want. That's all I'm trying to do. I went from pro-black, super, African fists in the air, and to realizing that that's not really the reality of where we come from, to now I'm trying to understand the truth, which is why I converse with people like Big Mike. I converse with people like Miguel. And Westside, no matter what tension we got, you welcome here for me to learn from you too. I'm trying to take knowledge, my nigga. That's all I'm here trying to do. That's it.
All these gentlemen got knowledge, CJ. And I'll say this, but you're a man after my own heart. Me and you got a special connection.
Facts.
From that discussion the other week. And you can ask Noble. I called him and told him about it the day he called me and told me that you were on live, and we had that live about it. And you see what I'm saying? But I literally told him that this had an impact on my spirit, this discussion. It's an important discussion. Because, look, I got an 18-year-old son, bro, and I look like the lamest nigga on earth to him. Do I look like
I'm old as fuck to my motherfucking kids?
You see what I'm saying? They looking at me like I don't know shit, bro. Like, you just hit me in the face with the volleyball at the family picnic, and I ain't gonna do shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how they looking at me. And what I'm trying to do is stop him from having to go through his son looking at him like that. That's how much I love him. I don't have to be remembered. Look, we ain't nothing but dead niggas that's alive right now. You understand that, right?
And the older we get, we more dead.
We dead niggas that's
understand
alive.
when you 80 years old and you trying to walk through this earth, you the invisible person.
You're the invisible
woman
person.
or man. You're invisible.
Right.
The older we get, and what a lot of people don't understand too, Big Mike, is that we get old.
Quick.
We get fucking old.
Time flies fast.
That's by the grace of the high.
Yeah.
Because some of us don't get it. We at 25, 18, 3, 1. Some of us don't even make it out the womb, do we?
Boy, I hate watching young people die. That's the ultimate survivor's
experience,
remorse,
man.
Is watching all these young people die. All these people younger than me die. I wake up scared to death. I got an 18-year-old son, man. You don't think I'm gonna be scared? You think I don't cry when I pray, nigga?
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
You know what's the most scariest thing, though?
Come on, man.
You know what's the most scariest thing to a lot of people, especially some of us, man, when we start learning that life ain't what motherfuckers was telling us it was, once we start waking up and we start saying that shit, we end up being the only motherfucker, bro. World class. How many times were you the only motherfucker? Big Mike.
Almost.
How many times were you the only motherfucker? Ain't nobody trying to hear what you saying because they understand, they realize what you saying is true, but then they got to give up too much motherfucking shit. All that bullshit they got to give up in order to go the right way. Well, all and what we're trying to say is in the generation, so we understand this is what we try. Just like y'all trying to gain understanding for us, man, we trying to gain understanding for y'all too.
I got a question.
It's a lonely thing when you wake the fuck up, man. It's lonely than a motherfucker, and then you got to be okay with it.
I got a question for ABN. I don't know what you're saying in the private chat, so if you can unmute Mike, I really don't understand. You said to be fair, understanding history.
What's up, brother?
What's up? But you said all kinds of immigrants were out, while indigenous people were also here and been involved to this modern society we live in here now. I don't know what you're saying, buddy. I don't know what you're saying.
Oh no, I'm just saying because I also have Native American family too, or indigenous people too. But at the same time, to be fair, we had immigrants who also built this country as well as people who, I guess, came over here and tried to conquer this land. And I appreciate
Marcus. Immigrants didn't build anything, but in this country, only thing they did was pick strawberries and.
Well, I meant maybe like the future generations after those immigrants, maybe too. Is that correct to say?
Hey, I'll say this, Marcus. Let me say this in all due respect, brother.
Yeah.
This is why we can't have the immigrant discussion involved with this discussion. We can't mix the two. We're people that's been trying to survive here, man, forever. We didn't choose to come here. We cannot continue to have this discussion space right now. That's all I'm saying. I was saying the same thing to Lou. You talk to people whose ancestors are buried here. We didn't come here. We've been in the same struggle ever since, and we're still trying to figure out. Look, I'm gonna tell you something. As an immigrant, right? Have you ever wondered why black?
I'm not an immigrant. I'm not an immigrant.
As from an immigrant family, you seem to be on behalf of them right now. Okay, so I'm going to ask you this as them. But have you realized why black people in this country ask each other a question when we greet each other? Have you figured out why we ask each other what's up, what's happening, what's going on? Do you understand that dynamic? No.
No, not really.
Just say no. Exactly. That's why we can't have the immigrant discussion. We're trying to figure out what's going on with us.
West Side and hold on. West Side and Mike. I'll save that conversation for another time. Leave this conversation and let this rock. We didn't address that a few times. Let the immigrant FBA let that lead out. Let's just do that.
In all due respect, Marcus brought up immigrants.
I know. That's why I'm asking y'all. Cause y'all the elders.
And on that note, hold on. On that note, we got my man Black Man in the building right now. We got to acknowledge the people that's coming in here, man. What's going on, Black Man?
What's going on, man? Hey, sorry I'm late.
I think Black Man's an immigrant too, ain't he?
He is. He have caveman.
I know that's right.
That's our bujula tabu basha beaches.
You see what I'm talking about?
Speaking in tongues.
This looks stupid.
A nigga Pentecostal, do you know immigrant? What's going on, fellas? What's going on? Big Mike running away on the dike. CJ, where your baby? Yes, what a baby at, baby. I see Hink in the building. Lead them hoes at the restaurant. Westside Coolick. What's going on, my guy? Hey,
how you doing there, so-called black man unfiltered?
Hey, man, listen here. So-called black man unfiltered. I like that, bro.
Sir, we ain't black. We are not of African descent. We are not genetically African. None of that. We are the autochthonous American Indians of this land and this country in particular. Thank you very much.
I love that, man. That was that advertisement? Hey, world class. They got all the girls with all the ass. Mandrell, Mandrell giving them hell.
He ain't got one off the market.
Marcus.
Respect, bro. Respect, man.
All right.
I miss your mama.
Respect, man.
What we got going on today?
We all over the place.
Shit, we're all over the place. I guess we're all over the place.
It's been heated, brother. It's been heated in the motherfucker right now, man.
It's a super barbershop talk, huh? The one we be having, but we don't have
this shit is on steroids right now.
This been a great conversation for sure.
Yeah, I was dropping my last kid off, headed to the house when I heard when Lou was on.
Nope. We're not gonna do it. We're gonna let it go.
No. I said that's the last thing I remember hearing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What you hear before that?
Well, but see, the thing is, basically, we trying to teach these young dumb motherfuckers something. As usual, these young niggas ain't listen. They too dumb.
See what I mean?
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Listen, you don't do that. Listen, understand. I'm the captain here. I am master here.
Oh shit, he got the control.
Yes. I am master here.
I love this panel, dog. I swear to God, I love this motherfucker.
You can't fuck with me now, CJ.
Hey, Westside, you in
recognize the hierarchy. How about with that? We just had that in discussion.
Westside, what part
my
of the world
humble apologies, bro? My humble apologies.
Hey, Westside Cooley, what part of the world you in, bro?
Where was that tears from? From Brazil. I'm in Brazil right now. Brazil.
Oh my God.
That tears ain't came in back yet.
This motherfucker here, boy.
I can't do this shit.
This nigga here.
Ain't no Westside cooling. It's Westside heated.
Hey, who done got you heated up, Westside?
No.
I tell you, I mean, we got so much stuff going on.
Let them cook.
I appreciate these conversations. I really do. I really do. I appreciate. We need a white woman to mediate everything we do. That's how we're gonna get things done.
Marcus, right there.
Gonna get things done.
Hold on now, Westside. Now, are you for real about that?
Hold on. Wait, world class, really?
West Coast, you for real about that? Or you playing?
I'm actually very for real. I think things would get done if we had a white woman mediating a lot of things. Negroes would really understand what's going on. They would find themselves. They would understand about history. They would know who they be. If the white woman said what's going on, what I'm saying, y'all niggas be billionaires.
So you talking about the inferiority complex?
Damn.
All right.
I just want to say this too, though. I still got a lot of respect though for Westside and Big Mike though. So I just want to say I still support you guys no matter what.
Well, much respect to you too.
Hey, me and Ted's got to be out of here by 12, guys. Just letting y'all know.
Okay. Oh, okay. It's 12.
It's past that. It'll be past. It's past that bedtime.
Mandrell, catch me up, Mandrell.
With what?
Give me the 30-second synopsis of what I missed.
You can get about 7,000.
Bottom line, I mean, these niggas went through a big.
He ain't gonna get you the right one.
Yeah, it's a big circus of bullshit, and they got arguing like women. But then they finally manned up, and came to a consensus that the younger generation will actually start listening to people of the older generation. If the people of the older generation know what the fuck they talking about.
What side you on, Westside?
Well, he did say something that was.
What sound mom?
Yeah, as far as
you surprise me all the time.
And the younger generation, they should be listening to the older generation or no?
Asshole.
I believe as a man, you're gonna be treated and mistreated. When I say treated, I mean in a good way or a respectful way by someone either old or new. My thing is I've been raised up by some old people that have done great things for me. Some old folks have done, some jealous stuff, whatever. But I personally, all I'm saying is the older generation is more creative, and the newer generation is less creative. And we need to get ourselves together. And I'm a millennial, so I'm saying I'm looking at us going, we need to do something.
Shit, black man, you a millennial too, ain't you?
Yep, I am. But ain't nothing like
that explains a whole lot about you.
But you know what though? Ain't nothing like it was sitting under that tree with your granddaddy, listening to the old school shit and learning from them.
Facts.
Nothing like it, brother. Nothing
Facts.
like it. Nothing like it. Now these little niggas out here putting on dresses, lipstick, they twitching, they kissing each other, then still saying they straight. You know, they fucking their own sisters, they fucking their mamas on the weekend.
Here we go. Here we go with this bullshit. Right back to it.
You know, I mean, it's just it's bad out here, man. You see these little boys out here like today. You know, I coach them. I'm telling y'all right now, I coach them. I'm coaching football. These little boys running on the field like they on the homecoming court. You know what I'm saying? Twitching and shit. They got them all the femininity traits from their mama. Real shit, bro. And I say this is what the future. Listen, nigga, we're gonna have to work for the next 50 years until we just die. Because if this the future, nigga, we in trouble. Yeah, we over with. We in trouble. These niggas here ain't these little soft ass niggas. They ain't tough. They ain't tough. They don't want to stand up for themselves. They're hiding behind their fucking mamas. Nigga, it's horrible out here, bro. These little kids, these little boys, especially little boys, niggas. I'm telling you, niggas, Charmin. I call them niggas Charmin.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's like the song said, they get it from their mama. But my thing is with the ladies, like they say they want men who are tough and rugged and all this shit. But then you raise your men to be your boys to be the exact opposite.
That's why I said a white woman needs to mediate this because
no, we don't. That's worse.
What's going on?
That's worse.
So let's bring it back. Hey, black man, let me give you a little synopsis of what
white
we're
woman
talking about too.
Appreciate
when it came down to it, I asked each and every person on here, I think with the exception of Westside and you, what is it that you could do better than what you've been doing to get, you know, the gap between the generations a little bit better, just individually?
What can we do? Whoop their ass. I think that we need to show that we're some of these boys, they'll try you. And like I told my son, he you know, he's 15 years old. You know, you trying the wrong motherfucker. You pump your chest up at me, I'm gonna cave your ass in. You know what I'm saying? And so he tried before, even the kids on the team that I coach. We got the big boys, 6 foot tall dudes, 245. Somebody, don't say nothing to me. I will knock you the fuck out because you don't have no daddy and you real strong when your mama sitting over there in the corner because you think your mama gonna come protect you. But I think we need to get back to discipline, bro. I think a lot of people say you shouldn't discipline your children, but shit, it worked. It worked back in the day. A lot of us niggas right now not locked up because of that shit. Hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us not locked up because mama said your ass ain't going to the fucking mall today. And then you get a phone call later on. Every nigga that you was going to the mall with locked up for stealing. Right. You know what I'm saying? You had those foundations set up. Now you don't have no structure, bro. There ain't no structure in no household. The mama and the son, they friends. They laying up in the bed. He laying on her chest. They eating popcorn, you know, watching fucking SpongeBob together. Oh, I'm sorry. Not SpongeBob no more. That's too early in the years. They're watching P Valley. Yeah, they watching P Valley together, or they watching Real Housewives of Atlanta together. And then, mama, you seen her mama? Uh-huh. Yes, all that bullshit. You know, these niggas, like I told them on the football team, and half of them quit. I don't give a fuck. Some of you little boys out here, you know more about what's going on with Portia on fucking Housewives of Atlanta than you do about these fucking plays. Nigga, I can't believe I'm sitting up here at football practice and you niggas talking about Housewives of Atlanta and fucking Love and Hip Hop Miami. What the fuck? It was a. Let me say this, man. I'm gonna get heated. Goddamn, Westside. See you, and that shit then boiled over on me. One of these little boys, I heard him, and I want to punch that motherfucker inside his head. He said, "No voting, no bucking." I said, "Well, who was that?" I said, "Who was it?" I said,
no. Which motherfucker was?
You lying, bro.
I swear to God.
Stop lying,
Dude,
bro.
let me tell you something. My son, the one I sent y'all the videos of last night, knocking motherfuckers' heads off. My son said, "Daddy." I said, "Who was it, son?" He said, "Daddy, it was him." I said, "Come here, boy. Where did you get that from?" My mom was listening to it in the car, talking on the phone with her friend. I said, "Do you even know what that song mean?" "No, I don't know what that means, coach." I said, "Let me show it to you." I put my phone down and I showed it to him. I said, "That's look like is it your daddy?" He said, "No, it's not my daddy." I said, "No, it's not. It's not your daddy." But I'm trying to teach these boys. You're singing a song, nigga. You don't even know nothing about this shit. Nigga, you get up on the offensive line. No voting, no vote. As soon as he did,
they gonna get his ass ran off the block.
As soon as he did the shit, bro, my son was ready to do the next play. My son looked up like this. Like, oh, nigga, you done fucked up.
You most certainly did.
We don't need no goddamn African monkey blood. Hey, what you talking about? African monkeys?
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Monkeys, you on crack, and all that kind of stuff. African. Take that back over there to the. And Africa ain't even real, by the way. That's not even real. That's a Nazi zone right there. Just talking point. It's not real.
Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up?
Hey man, we need to get to a point where we need to snatch these. Hey man, listen right now.
Yeah, do be going overboard with that Nigeria.
No. But wait. But CJ, to be fair,
oh my god, not man.
I agree wholeheartedly with West Side stance on Africa. I'm with it.
No. I don't know about that.
I'm with that. Africa's not even fucking real. I love it.
World class was trying to stop this. World class was trying to stop this.
Hold on, now watch this. Hold on, Mandrea. Let me ask all the men on the panel. Let me ask all the men a question on the panel real quick. If right now you were offered an eternal retirement from now on. Eternal retirement. Hold on, Mandrea. Eternal retirement from now on. But from now on, and you had to switch places with these dudes right now to handle the world. These little boys out here right now to handle the world. Would you be comfortable with these young men in the streets that's right now going to school every day? Are you comfortable with them taking your place?
My place doing what?
Being a man.
You out your fucking mind.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so
there's no argument, bro. These boys, they don't want to get up and go to school. You know they ain't gonna want to get up and go to work. They mama say get up and go to school. They telling their mom, I'm gonna stay here today. I'm gonna watch TV. Well, black man, I'm gonna say this though. We're not supposed to be comfortable with that in our generation. Exactly. We're supposed to be ready for leadership. We're supposed to be groomed for leadership to take over. Yeah. Our parents, the baby boomers, are dying off. Yep. They retired. They tired. You know what I'm saying? It's time for y'all young niggas to start putting up the chairs and the tables after the damn barbecue. And you know what? I'm ready to do that. But guess what though? The shit set up now right now, Big Mike. Like right now, when I snatch a kid up, because I had to do that a couple of times. When I snatch a kid up for running his fucking mouth or being disrespectful to his mom bring him to practice and say he disrespecting the teacher and her, and I snatch his fucking neck off his body. No, I think that's a little too hard now. I think you're being a little bit too hard on my baby. You know, now you got women that you know they got the red button. The red button is, hey, this man put his hands on my son. I want him arrested. That's assault. Hey, look, that's why I say send him to prison. Like prison gonna get all these little niggas straight. So like, I gotta say, like, if you got a problem listening to what people older than you telling you to do, and you don't want to do what people telling you to do and fit into society, look, there's a place for you. And then you could get out and start teaching us the same shit we've been trying to teach you the whole years and expect us to sit up and listen with enthusiasm. The same shit we've been trying to tell you.
So I got a question. I got a question. Hold on.
I ain't gonna do shit though.
Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna pose another question, but I need to see if my man Tez and CJ, if y'all can give us another 30 minutes, bro, before y'all get off, because I think this is gonna be very important. A question that I pose. If y'all can give us another 30 minutes, because I know y'all about to get off.
I just hopped on. Let me see if I like.
If you can, it's cool, bro. But I just wanted to see, because these are, you know, this is a simulcast, bro. We on both motherfucking channels. It's the 5100 and motherfucking What We Know channel right now, man. But I want to know if you guys will be able to grace us with another 30 minutes, bro.
Yeah, we go. I got you.
There go.
All right. So this is the question. Do you think that a lot of this shit has to do with our selection in women?
Oh, you know, if this is about 20 years ago, I would say yes. But now it doesn't matter what woman you choose, because the women have gotten worse. Overall. So I mean, the women have gotten worse too. So at the point it is now, JT, it doesn't matter. Like the odds of you finding a good woman are so low that it doesn't matter which one you pick, man.
Can you like go on a detail a little bit more about what you mean?
Me?
No, I'm talking about JT.
So why? My whole thing is this.
The question was quite clear.
No, but I gotta.
Shut your Vienna sausage looking ass up.
Damn.
let me.
If you were smarter, maybe you'd have been a little smarter. You'd have picked up on this.
Okay, I'm dumber. So let me get some education.
You are. Just remember, I'm better than you.
Clear.
That's all.
Based off of what we deal with. From one generation to the next, one of the things was that Papa was a Rolling Stone. Now, anybody that was in my generation, they understand what that song actually means, right?
You do.
Exactly.
That Rolling Stone is a motherfucker right now. What we have is a problem right now where we have out of line motherfucking children and out of line motherfucking women. But at the end of the day, it still comes down to the leaders that's supposed to be leaders, right? Do you think it's because of our selection in women, the ones that are supposed to be helping us build this family, that actually is one of the biggest things that's detrimental to what's going on right now in our present time?
See, CJ, now I said, no, my thing is the women have gotten worse along the way. And that's why that's one of the reasons why you have so many weak men these days, because you've had a couple of generations now, women raising boys to be men, and they're not men, and they're not men. Now, like I said, the women, hold on, those women,
most of those women have what they call daddy issues.
Okay, here's the thing.
And it's not because the daddy was doing something to
right.
him. It was
I'm getting to that.
It was a deficit.
I'm getting
of
to
having
that.
A father in their life.
Yeah, I'm getting to that too. Now, these same women raising these weak boys, they're raising these women to not respect men. They raise them to not respect them. Don't rely on a man. Get a job, get a house, get your own money, so you don't have to rely on a man. You know what I mean? And then the women who do get married and do include them and do combine their assets together with the man, the women who raise them tell them, you're crazy. Why would you do that? I didn't teach you to do that. You're crazy. You're going to give him access to your assets? That's insane. Only a fool would do that. So these women are being raised to not only not cooperate with men, but not trust them at all, and to not respect us. So these women have gotten worse. And now you have 2 generations now of that coming out here into the world. So that's what I mean by, at this point, the odds of you finding a good woman for people who are in you're 25, 20, 30 years old, the odds of you finding a good woman are so rare, it doesn't matter which one you pick. They're all going to give you the same friction and bullshit.
Because you're getting all women that are turned out by the white inferiority complex system. Bottom line, at the end of the day, you get rid of the white inferiority complex, or what we call white supremacy. You get rid of a lot of these social issues that we have. Y'all have to understand we're at war. These are war tactics. These are tactics called divide and conquer. It's the oldest trick in the damn book. If you look to the Miguel's left, fire your history teacher.
Please get off the screen.
You know what I'm saying? You have to understand that this is something that's been, these people have planned 100 years in advance, while we can't plan 100 days in advance. A lot of niggas can't plan 100 hours in advance. These folks got a plan that's out 100 years. And you're trying to combat that by blaming everything else that's not at fault. Look, you get rid of that system, you've gotten rid of all 90% of the social problems we have. Yeah, a bitch is gonna be a bitch. Let's just be honest at the end of the day. Sometimes you're gonna get bitches. Sometimes you're gonna date a hoe. It just is what it is. Those people exist. But a lot of this stuff is systemic right now.
I think the problem is not the selection of women. I think the problem is us as men, our sexual submission to other men.
What?
Yeah,
he was quite clear, Mandrill.
He said his sexual submission to men. I don't submit to men in any capacity, let alone sexually. I require elaboration.
Hold on. That's why I said our.
Okay, yeah,
because just like we say, they're not, whether I say, no matter what I call myself, they're gonna put me in the same boat with these niggas, like with everybody else, right? So that's why you got the LaPreef group, Anton and them niggas mindset. Their whole mindset is what the white man gonna let them do, or what the white man not gonna let them do.
Right.
They have a sexual submission to other men. They submitting to this white man. White supremacy or not, you don't need white supremacy when you got a bunch of males whose value system is, I should always be safe. I should always do what's easy. I can always get away with stuff, which is what Big Mike keep talking about. Like the whole sector is being a bitch, and the coward culture that they got is validation to them. So their mindset that they have and the value system that they have is something that females going to resonate with. They the same type of person. Being safe, getting away from danger, minimal risk. That's how they think. That's what they're doing. Because being a man and doing what we all say we need to do, go get to the bag, whatever, take risks. It takes being tough. It takes not knowing when the shit going to add up. Like my mentor told me, he said it take 18 months, 16-hour days, non-negotiable. These dudes don't do that. They want the safe, sure way. So it don't matter it don't matter what the selection is when the majority of these males is, oh, you know what the white man gonna let us do? Oh, you know it's hard out here, like that fucking bitch ass shit that they do. That's all that's gonna matter. It's just, in the end of the day, these niggas will choose to put their asshole up to another man. And then whining about chicks that don't want no pussy ass, weak ass, bitch ass nigga like, why do you think a woman wants you when you submitting to white men?
Openly submitting.
Why do you think she is going to respect you? You just push a button and you get a bunch of money when she can see another nigga doing shit that's tough? Our women are wired to warriors. I don't give a fuck how easy it gets. They're wired to warriors. Good. Push the button. Make $1 million. Get your bitch ass out there and shovel some fucking snow. Or do something manly to keep your genes up. So they always gonna the selection is always gonna be poor because the bulk of these males take a coward, like even if it's what we saying, right? They've done a lot to us, which is what the older generation has said. That's why I resonate more with what Mike said than what CJ is saying, because I was never with my generation. Now everybody was older than me. This, at the end of the day, you're still choosing to fucking be submissive to another male. So she's you already. That's why she dominates you. Most of our men are in a submissive relationship with these women. Because both of y'all value that white man or his system. And you try to make the standard for y'all to not have to deal with somebody like me, because I fuck both of y'all up. I beat you the fuck up. And they find little coward ways to get around the fact that you're gonna have to deal with the world class in the phone booth. What the fuck are you gonna do then? I'm prepared to kill both of you. That's just, it's not rocket science. It's pretty simple. I don't keep blaming these chicks for this shit. You niggas supposed to lead. Facts. Get your bitch ass up. How the fuck you, nigga? You got a nigga that wear $5,000 Versace robe, $100,000 budget a month, but you can't spend $200 for a personal trainer. Dang. You can't do free push-ups by the bed. How the fuck much do it cost to roll over and hit the floor?
Facts.
Let's talk. Fucking we talking. That's a leader.
Let's talk heavy. Let's talk
breakfast, lunch, and dinner is gonna beat your bitch ass. And I'm gonna follow you
and do all that talking about how disciplined he is.
Right. And so, world class. Let me ask a question, then, bro. So, why do you think? Because this is a question for everybody. I would love to hear everybody's on it. But why do you think they get so much attention? Why do you think that they're like, when we have a real ass show, like last night, we had a real ass show with some real ass dudes, bro. Facts. You know, why don't we get that why don't we get the attention of men that want to be men like us? And then you look over and you see other platforms with 1,000 people watching two niggas argue over a bedspread.
Because it's never going to be a lot of people in the kingdom. Hey, it's never going to be a lot of people in the kingdom. It's never going to be a lot of people. The infantry don't make it to the room where the generals are. Fuck them.
Hey, no.
At the end of the day, they're gonna have to come through me and come to me anyway. I couldn't give a fuck what y'all doing.
Kind of like what Westside was just talking about.
And BMU, only 144,000 gonna make it home. You understand that?
That's 144,000 to make it if I fucking feel like it. If it ain't for 2,000, some damn niggas gotta come and talk to me. At the end of the day, you gotta come talk to me.
It's not.
Pop your shit. The fuck. You don't have a motherfucking choice. It's people like us make the decision. I don't give a fuck what they doing over there. Couldn't give a fuck. So niggas, it's gonna be a lot of people that can make it to McDonald's. There's gonna be a fucking 1% of that is gonna make it to Ruth Chris. We understand how that works.
Yes,
So
sir.
let me ask you a question then. Let me ask. Well, my brother Hink, what's your thoughts on what he just said?
Come on with fire, bro.
Fire.
Which part? Who you talking about? World class or?
Yeah, world class. Yeah.
People do what they want to do, man, for what they want. I mean, look here. I decided to start doing a channel because I'm doing it because I want to help people, especially men.
Right.
That's the reason I do what I do.
Right.
Now you got people who do stuff for different reasons. Are they doing it for the likes, for the views, the subs, or the money? Yeah, you got them people, and they're gonna continue to do what they do. Man, look, who am I to tell somebody why they do what they're doing? But I know I do what I'm going to do. So, I mean, I don't disagree with what he's saying. I don't.
Hey, I help men to help myself, because at the end of the day,
I mean, the reason why, like I said, the reason I do what I do is because I want to see men be better.
I want to see
not
men
doing it for the ladies, not doing it for the likes.
That's what I'm saying. When it's time for battle, I need these same men to be better for me at the end of the day, by my side in this battle. I'm not disagreeing with you, Hank. Don't get me wrong. I'm just kind of, tagging on to what you're saying. That's why I need men to be better. I need men to be better to back me up. Because if you're against me, then I don't need you to be better. I need you to be dead. You see what I mean?
Change the fuck out of you. You need to be changed. No doubt about it.
Yeah, we need you battle ready, man, because some of us recognize it's a war while everybody else running around with rose-colored glasses.
They dancing and partying and they're doing the hustle.
Niggas celebrate every week going to the club and celebrate weeks of failure. I don't get it. Niggas
never understood.
Never understood it, bro.
Celebrate a week of failure.
Never understood it, bro. Never understood that shit, bro.
I never understood this shit.
And then go fail at the club.
Hell at the club.
You don't even get the bitch.
That a bitch.
With the fattest, blackest, one night stand in the damn club.
Damn.
That's your
3 o'clocker. You got the 3 o'clocker.
You know what I'm saying?
And you know what, bro? One of those things y'all talking about the older generation talk to the younger generation, and we listen, bro. Let me tell you one of the things that I listen to that niggas used to fuck with me all the time about. I know I let some niggas slide, but some niggas had to get slid. And so my grandfather used to say, son, never go out here, right? Because he lived through the crack epidemic. He said, never go out here and fuck with them drugs, never be popping no pills, never smoke nothing, never drink anything and get severely drunk. Don't get fucked up and all that. He said, you know why? He said, because a soldier needs to be a soldier at all times. You need to be ready at all times. You don't need to have anything that makes you less of who you are. He said, so if you're a soldier and you out drunk, you're not the soldier you need to be to protect anybody. You can't protect yourself, can't protect others. Right? And so for that reason, bro, as I grew up, bro, I'm just going to share it with y'all right now, bro. I don't even know how liquor tastes, nigga. I ain't never had no weed, no liquor, no nothing, bro. I live by that shit, bro. I ain't never been drunk. I ain't never had no liquor. I ain't never had no weed. I ain't never smoked no cigarettes, nigga. I ain't tried nothing that would take me out of my square, bro. Nothing, zero, bro, because my grandfather instilled that in me when I was a kid, when I was about 12 or 13, bro.
Except for ham sandwich.
Sissy.
And I get out of my square, inside my square.
Yeah, bro.
But you ain't gonna find me outside my square slipping. But inside my square, I might be slipping, but I'm in my square.
Right.
Exactly. You ain't never been drunk. You ain't never been drunk.
But let me say this: with Black Man, just right there, just that little piece that he was just.
And this one ain't never had no alcohol.
That's what you call bridging the fucking gap. That's what you call bridging the gap. This is what we trying to do right now, man. At the end of the day, because I heard a brother say that talking is not work. You can kiss my ass with that bullshit. When we sitting here doing it, trust me when I tell you, we shifting the conversation because it's still part of work. It's not the end or the number one thing. It's a part of what we have to do. Communication is detrimental. Without communication, without language, we have fucking nothing. It's all vibration.
Yep.
We gotta stop waiting for
vibration.
We gotta stop waiting for an invitation to be who we are. We are who our forefathers were, without doubt and contradiction. We've been saying for a long time that we come from kings and queens. Let me tell you a secret. The United States of America not going to hand it to you, hand you your crown back. Stop being a bitch and start acting like kings.
Yep.
And then stop being a bitch and then they could find a man that's worthy, and then designate him as king and operate. Nobody gonna ask. Nobody else. No other kingdom. No other nation is gonna come up and do it for you. Stop being a bitch. Stop being a black person. Be that shit on paper, not in real life.
Right.
Stop being dishonorable. And act like royals. We don't have no other outlet. We fall as royals. We gotta act like royals. You ever notice how the rest of the world holds the people that everybody know was mistreated? They hold us to a higher standard than fucking England. They hold us to a higher standard, any random nigga in any hood, than they do the kings and queens of this planet. Y'all haven't noticed that?
I've noticed that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
A nation is not going to do it. A tribe is not going to do it. We royals and royals only. We only got one outlet. And that's act like royals.
King up.
I talk like I talk because I know I'm the shit and I come from kings. And that's that. And emperors. Fuck it. What else the fuck else are we going to do? What else are we going to do? What else is there to do? Obviously, we done went through the most craziest history in the world, but we lead the world. One of our subcultures, which is hip hop, is the biggest culture on the planet.
And we giving that motherfucker away.
And we
free.
You mean you've given it away? Hip hop gone.
It's done. It's done. We might as well.
Hip hop gone.
We got to come up with something else now.
We'll make another thing. Fuck it.
We'll make another thing. We got to come up with something else.
Yeah, because now you got artists that say my name Young Thug, and then they CD cover has a nigga on it with a dress on.
Hey man, look.
Wait, what?
In the creator.
Yeah, who said what?
The thing about creator.
I did. I said what?
Yeah, Young Thug on the front cover of his fucking album with a blue fucking Chinese dress on with his legs fucking crossed like a bitch.
What the fuck?
Yeah, see, I mean, when did filming? I don't understand this younger generation. This part, and I'm hoping that you guys can answer it. Maybe Rob or
we can't. We
DJ.
can't, man.
No, here's the thing. Wait, hold on. Here's the thing. When did femininity become okay with y'all generation? Because I know my generation. When I was coming up to school, they used to beat sisters up.
Oh, man, drill. Like I was saying, we're less creative.
Hey, hold on. Let me drop something real quick, fellas. One thing y'all gotta understand is when you study history, whenever cultures become more feminine, that's something we need to worry about, not the younger generations. When a culture becomes more feminine, when the men become more feminine, that means that culture is giving up on itself. That culture is giving up on protecting itself. That culture is giving up on leading its people out of oppression. You see what I'm saying? Look at the Greek statues. If you look in the early Greek periods, they had muscles. They were big. They were Hercules and shit like that. You look towards the end of the Greek periods, the Greek empires.
Yeah.
And they start becoming more wiry and feminine and shit like that.
Eating grapes and shit.
Yeah, that's a sign of a culture that's giving up on itself.
Grapes. He's eating grapes and shit.
It's Big Mike. You know what? Telling the truth. When men stop becoming men and being men, that means the culture is giving up on itself. That's not just something that we're going to stick on the younger generation. That's
okay
too.
But what's the solution?
Wait. I got it. But another question. We'll get to that. Give me a second.
God damn, this motherfucker talk more than Barack Obama.
Nigga, shut the fuck up. You just got here. I ain't said shit for 3 hours. Anyway.
Out.
Anyway, what I'm saying is, my question, if you will, is thusly, okay?
Shut the fuck up.
Why is it that women see this as okay, and the males of these new generations see this as okay? I do not. I'm asking honestly. Because it's an honest question. I don't get it. This is one of the things I see. I don't get. And I might be over there in Atlanta.
Smart.
I see that crazy shit all the time over there.
Oh shit! You can't tell in Atlanta though.
Women are victims. We shouldn't be looking at them as any kind of barometer of where.
I'm not a barometer. It's just like ain't nobody saying shit. Like that's. I'm just. It fucks with me. And then but people tell me not to say nothing. And I do call that shit out.
He can respond to it.
Mandrea, when you say our generation allows this,
Right. You do.
Don't you know? No, sir. The people that's pushing that, we don't control them. The young thugs that's being pushed in your face. The Lil Nas X's that's being pushed in your face.
Or old niggas doing it.
Taz Defy can't do shit about it. CJ 100 can't do shit about that.
Taz is speaking like a politician.
So when you say we allow it, how are we allowing it when we can't control what's being pushed in your face?
Because no. Here's how you stop people like me from calling it out. No, man, Drill, take it easy. Don't say nothing. Don't do it.
You still do it though.
Because it needs to be done.
Who voice you mimicking right now?
Hold on, Mandrea. You
Black man,
hold on, Mandrea. I tell you that because we need to keep our platform instead of pouring poison into the platform.
Hold on,
you have to keep your platform to try, so you have to censor it. But I encourage you. I guarantee you in Alabama at Walmart. I guarantee you it's a whole bunch of aisle 5 niggas at Walmart from aisle 5 niggas at Walmart standing in your Walmart. I need you to go in Walmart. I need to see you on the news with a sign with everything you want to say on YouTube on a virtual channel. Go do that shit in real life. Go to Walmart, get you a sign, walk up and down the aisles and say, no issies here. No,
I will watch that.
Here.
I will watch the fuck out of that.
And walk up and down the aisle.
Hold on.
I do say shit like that outside.
This is a prime example right here. This is a prime example. And this might be y'all boy or whatever. This is plain disrespect right here. This CBN Tech Talk. He said those feminine men come to the U.S. He's saying we feminine, we bitch made. Since Africa has the most faggots and AIDS of it. Y'all. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
My man,
that's y'all. That's how we do that. Yes, you can. That's that slick ass immigrant talking bullshit right there.
You gonna get flagged?
That's that slick ass immigrant shit. Y'all got all that AIDS and y'all be fucking monkeys in the ass because y'all are gay and that's what y'all do. You cut off
don't do that. No.
Damn immigrants. Fucking monkeys. You eat monkey too.
Mandrell, you clapping
and
cancel. Hey, Mandrell, they're gonna get that channel flag, bro.
My man.
Mandrell, you gonna clap because your boys getting they go get that channel flag.
It needs to be said.
Yo, JT, hey, JT, make this private. Make this private.
That's right, Cole.
I'm saying, Mandrell, if he get his page flag, then we gonna.
Well, we know. Make this private.
You said Tom said 3.
Hold on. Taz got something to say.
Chill.
Mandrell, when you create your own channel, you cheer on shit that can get your platform taken down, not ours.
But we men,
bro.
Cool.
We men. I understand 100%, bro. I understand 100% what you saying. If you agree with what he's saying, that's cool, bro. But this a business still. Like Mandrell, bro, you know
it don't matter about the money.
I feel about you, bro. I got that. But at the end of the day, bro, we created this platform. So when people endanger it, we gotta call that shit out.
How many times have you been canceled? How many times you been canceled on YouTube? I've been canceled 5-6 times, and I didn't have almost 400,000 some subscribers.
Congratulations, brother. Yeah. That don't mean we want.
It means something. It means men don't want to be men, and this is the damn problem with my generation. Y'all worried about a goddamn business and damn money, and these goddamn idiots are coming over here taking your shit. This is the problem. This is the problem. You don't want to step out the door, even on a digital platform.
Let me ask you a question.
And I got a question. Wait,
you don't even want to try that.
No, Ted.
Hold on.
We men.
Let me move up here. Hold on. This is the whole thing. How we gonna have a balance, bro? When we out here, we can't get the message out there if we cancel. We still. I get what you're saying, Westside. I understand that, but we still got a way that we still have to strategize and move, bro. I understand the whole thing, but when it comes down to our platform, come on, man, we definitely got to have a balance to it, bro. We got to have a balance to it, and y'all understand that. That's why we keep getting canceled, because we ain't got shit yet. So we got to build to get shit, and in order to do that shit, man, we got to have balance in what the fuck we do, how we move, bro.
We get canceled because we're not trying to eliminate the dominant factor here. Y'all don't, not y'all, but we don't even want to try to get out of our own way. And that's my issue with this kind of stuff. I mean, we know who owns this stuff. They can cancel because you got a background that says what we know with it. I might be offensive to somebody. My thing is, these immigrants are disrespectful. These East Indians own this platform, and these small hat people like that, and these other Arabs own this shit. They're going to do what they want to do. So, man, build your own. And we need to get behind Kanye West and people like that. They got the money. that we can get our own. But doing this, we can't even talk and breathe on this damn thing. So as men, we ain't men. And you got an African on here saying all this wild, disrespectful, hidden kind of stuff. I see what he's saying. That's how they do. But you not in your land trying to help your stuff out. Boy, you monkey eating fool. Your people got all kind of diseases. You are talking about this mess to me for what?
Well, listen, he's in the chat room, bro. Let's stay right where we at right here. He in the chat room.
Let me say this, bro.
I thought we was on JT's channel.
Hold on.
Ted's left.
We on both. Yeah, he gone.
Oh, it's a simulcast.
It's simulcast.
Yeah, it's a simulcast.
Okay. Oh,
we on both. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So he just fucked up 2 channels. But I'm gonna say this.
Well, what difference would it debate, Andrew? Why you listening to Pimpity? It's the same shit either way.
Hey, look.
Oh, ain't nobody watching JT shit. I mean,
we just need to play through.
Fuck you, man, Trail. That's all I have for you right now.
Look, you can.
I get you tomorrow.
Hold on, bro. Hold on.
Hey, so Ted's left.
Hold on. God damn it. I'm saying the point is what Westside Kulik said. For the most part, I agree because that's what me and CBN bump heads. Because he always want to bring up this Nigerian shit. Cool, go over there with that shit. I feel him on that, but you can check, bro, without saying the F word, bro. You demonetizing the channel just because you want to say a word. Come on, bro. God damn. You the same shit you just criticized me for when I told Big Mike, when I told the panel that I wouldn't go knock somebody out because I changed. You instantly jumped on my fucking head and said we got to be better than that as millennials. You just did some millennial ass shit, not thinking ahead, bro. That's a fact. I'm done.
No need to say anything else. That was a big mic drop.
But again, it goes back to, do we own our stuff and what we got to be doing?
We don't, but we got to get to a point where we do.
We don't own it.
But how do you do that though? Get off this platform and build your own. Y'all gonna try to do that? And what happened to the Morris ad by Tariq Nazi Zionist Nasheed? What happened to that?
I have no idea about that guy right there, but I can tell you right now, when it comes down to what we know, my whole thing is that we got to build and we got to do it at a remedial pace right now. We don't have our own platform.
Let me ask a question, JT, if I can.
Go ahead.
If I go on my platform on Monday and I say all the words that make, because I don't think words that you can say make you a man, right? It doesn't make you a man because you can only use certain words. If that defines what a man is, that means we're limited. Right? So my thing is, if I get canceled Monday for saying what he said, you get canceled tonight for saying what he said. If CJ them get canceled tonight, then when Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday come, we got 4 empty spaces of platforms that we can use to reach other people. This is and I just had a show.
That's why we won't make it.
But bro, I just had a show called "It Be Your Own People."
But here's the deal, fam. We got to start somewhere. We got to start.
But I'm saying, if I'm on here, but I'm saying, so if I can say the word that he just said, if I don't say that word, I'm less of a man because I don't say it. If I find another word to say other than that word, I'm not a man if I don't say that.
I'm saying that when you're confined to sit down here and not do certain things on these Nazi Zionist platforms, that makes us not a man. That's what I'm saying. Not the word, it's the action. You can't even breathe on this thing.
But we don't own that. But when you said the word, I said, whoa, because I know I'm a content creator. So when I hear it coming, I can hear it coming. So that's why when you go back and watch it, you hear me while you were saying it, I covered it. Because you was like that, whoa. I said, whoa. Right?
So Massa coming. Massa coming.
No, but that's
Massa
not
coming.
That's not
Massa coming.
That is so ignorant. Bro. I'm here for it, bro. That is so
somebody had to do it, bro. God damn. We're not gonna do this shit, bro.
Yeah, bro. It's our platform, bro. Bottom line,
this shit down, bro.
We're gonna do what we want.
Hold on, man. Like honestly.
You know what? Cool. This y'all platform. Fuck all this, bro.
No. I'm not talking about you, CJ. I'm talking about you, CJ. I'm talking about what side? Like at the end of the day, it's our platform.
You know, like I was saying, it's so ignorant, bro.
We're gonna do what we want.
We're not gonna talk about him while he's not here. Move on. Let's get like we.
No, I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about us. Where if we as men, just because I invite CJ to a party, and CJ can't say, and CJ, I say CJ, I'm having a party where we will have some young women in here from the church. You can't say certain things, and CJ come and tell me, hey, bro, I'm gonna say what the fuck I want to say to these hoes. Why do we have to be limited as men or defined as men by what we say and the words that we're saying? That's what I'm so. Somebody help me.
All I say is this, BMU. Let the hoes take offense to it and take an issue to it. That was something we should have just played through and kept pushing. Like the simple fact we stopped and gave it attention is going to get the channel demonetized.
No, that's untrue, bro.
It actually is, because if you would have just played through it, you said whoa through it. That's cool. We moved on. The nigga was finna say something that he shouldn't have said. We kind of covered it up and we went through it. We should have played through it. We've been on it for 10 minutes. And now, guess what? When somebody goes back to listen to this to determine whether to monetize or demonetize the channel, they'll see that something was said that needs to demonetize the channel.
But we need to hold people accountable as well.
I mean, I get it, but don't hold the businessmen that are trying to make money accountable. We should play through it.
So only came up here. I got my grandsons because I got better things to do than this. I got my grandsons down, and I woke up into this. I only got questions for solutions. Nobody up here, and all the people we know, nobody knows the computer program to start our own platform. This is all I'm asking. I'm not here for no smoke. I'm not here for what y'all just talked about and what I just listened to for an hour. I'm asking a simple damn question on a Sunday morning. You mean to tell me out of all the damn people up here, nobody knows a programmer to start a platform? This is all I'm asking. It's yes or no questions. If that's a no, we need to find a yes. Does anybody know anybody that can do that?
I got it.
I know. Yes, I know. Yes, I know.
Bernard, literally, you can record the StreamYard and put that shit on your own website and say what you want to say. You can get a Roku channel for $20,000 a year and say what you want to say. So there's an answer to it. All I'm saying is us stopping and paying so much attention to it has actually flagged the whole situation.
That's not true.
And my other point is, there's gonna have to be a sacrifice somewhere, because regardless of what any of us think, we can still get comfortable on YouTube, and we're still not being able to say what we want to say. So whether I have to do it first or somebody else, and I work towards that, that's what I'm gonna do. Because I don't want none of y'all to hold back. And like I keep saying, and I've said it to multiple times for some of you guys behind the screen, these conversations about us should not be public. I've said that too many times. I'm 48 years old, and I know my big bro up here, CJ, and he know I got respect for him. But CJ, I gotta be this bridge in that situation. You know where I'm coming from, big bro. It's just what I'm saying is we got to stop having these important conversations online, because all you end up is with this, and then people getting mad because they're gonna get demonetized. I'm saying.
Well, let me answer that right quick, bro. There used to be a time where you had family to get together and we had conversations and shit like that. We ain't never, ever had conversations at this motherfucking depth with our family. You know what we was doing with our family? Playing dominoes, playing fucking spades and bid whist, and talking about bullshit.
Yep, I get it. Talking about Lil Earl just got out. Yeah, I got it.
We ain't never had living room conversations the way that we got it right now. At the end of the day, we still have to put things in balance. That's all I'm saying. Right. At the end of the day, there ain't no goddamn platform right now where we can sit back and communicate with one another like this, man, and we just be respectful to one another. When a brother on his platform say, hey, man, don't use that, ain't no argument.
I get it.
And I get what Big Mike was saying. We was putting too much to it. Hey, listen, my bad, bro. That's all we had to do, and then we move fucking on.
Right, and I get it.
But he didn't say
that.
I
just came up for that question. I just came up for that question.
Because
everybody know on my platform there's no what. No, but let me ask you, what's my main thing on my platform?
No beef.
Facts and the uncomfortable truth.
No beef, and you do no cussing on my platform. I made that from day one.
No doubt.
If you do that, I will block you, because this crap right here, I have everybody come to my platform so content creators can have somewhere where we uplift each other. We don't do nothing else, nothing less. That's the reason why, along the same lines of what Hink's saying, The reason why I do that is because I want your nephews and younger generation to be able to watch my stuff and say, oh, they do have a platform where a man is talking about things when he giving me points. That's my point. I don't want to come out no other way because nobody else is doing it. So what I'm saying is I came up here just to give my little 2 cents, and I'm going back to sleep because I got 2 grandsons. I'm going to wake up to it in the morning. No, I'm dead serious. I'm going to wake up with my 2 grandsons in the morning. We're going to go do stuff. My life is not YouTube. Let me make that very clear. My life is nowhere near YouTube. I got 2 grandsons upstairs. I got a whole generation, like y'all talking about, we done miss. I gotta get this generation straight. That's upstairs. And I'm already starting. My grandson will be 1 November 11th, and the other one's 3. He's already saying no and yes, sir, because of me. I don't have time to be wasting time up here doing hamster wheel conversations. I just came up here with a question. And I came up here with a question with the balance of the solution. Anybody want to push back, that's fine. All I'm saying is I'm not going to come with a problem without a solution. I find it hard to believe all the people that I know and that we know up here, we can't find somebody that can still program and do our own thing. I find that very hard to believe.
Hey man, but
Yeah,
that's
but you-
that's
That's all
a
I'm saying.
different. That's a different. This is the thing. That's a
Right.
different conversation.
It is.
I understand
That's
that.
why. That's
I
why
understand
even
that.
when we talk, but listen what I'm saying. We can't bite off the whole fucking cake right now, man. I've been saying this for the longest. We got to break
Yeah.
it from piece to piece, and we got to be able to usher each other to a point where we can have understanding with each other. The number one thing that we don't have together right now is togetherness, and that's what we got to get to. But we got to. It starts with fucking respect, man. We just got to respect one
And
another.
hold on, last night, bro, we just had 10 men on a panel last night, bro, and we went for 2.5 hours, almost 3, and everybody was respectful to each other.
But that was the dangerous part about having that gentleman come in after we did, because I was under the impression, JT, that when we were talking about what we could do differently, we were actually
Moving forward.
When we were wrapping up and we were going to stop this conversation there. That was the trouble, and that's where I got troubled by letting somebody else come in and take the conversation back down to a low vibrational, dark place that maybe needs to be handled personally.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like we were straight.